Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the party. Tonight, we're bringing you the second in our short story, the Necromancers Gambit, which is based on a series of modules that came out at Gen Con, I think, last year, and that I have turned into a story that helps tell the myth and legend of my homebrewed world called Hamburg. If you guys were here last week, you know what Hamburg's all about. There used to be a big empire. Empire collapsed due to some sort of eldritch curse. Lots of undead rose, and now there are these small pockets of civilization all over the continent that kind of don't talk to each other because if they left where they lived, they would die. So that is kind of the world as it is. Hamburg itself is kind of a medieval German. And last week...
Kind of.
Or kind of a lot medieval German. It is all medieval German. Announcements. Oh yeah, before we get into the what happened next week, let's do announcements real quick and then say hi to everyone. So crazy week for Welcome to the Party. We put out a call, I think it was at the beginning of the week, right, Kim? I mean, like early last week.
It could have actually been like right. Yeah, it might have been last week, right after the last stream.
Yeah, it was on our weekend, so it was like last Wednesday, I think. And we were like, hey, we want to be featuring more LGBTQ and people of color and women as DMs and gamers on our stream because that's what we're all about, welcoming people to the party, you know, smashing down the gates and stuff like that. And our Discord and Twitter exploded, and so now we've got not one, not two, but 3 new games coming to the channel, which is kind of super crazy. We're going to have 2 weekend games starting at 8:30 on Saturday and 8:30 on Sunday, and then a newbie game that's going to be all people who haven't played D&D or haven't played D&D in a long time, Mondays at 8:30. So that's going to be insane. We're going to have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games over 5 days. So we're really excited about that. We're huge with the... just the amount of support that you guys have shown to us over the last 3 weeks that we've been live is crazy, and we love you for it. I'm getting a knock at my door. Kim, do you want to talk for a second? I'll be right back.
Sure. Also, I feel like there's going to be another one cropping up soon that we have one of our lovely folks who joined recently who's starting a Eclipse phase game, which I'm personally not familiar with, but sounds really cool. And in addition to the typical, medieval settings, we have a lot of people running some more like futuristic games, sci-fi, like far future, just really cool stuff. And I'm super excited to see those games. And honestly, if we don't fill up, Monday through Sunday, we would be remiss as a group to not be just running games every single day of the week, 24/7. So you can just turn on our channel like a regular TV channel. And there's something to watch. That's my goal for the channel, but I don't know about you, Throck.
That's 100% my goal for the channel.
Okay,
if we
cool.
can,
yeah.
Absolutely. If we can get a ton of people who just love playing games and want to introduce gaming and streaming of D&D to a wider audience, that's what Welcome to the Party is all about. Literally about welcoming people to the party. Okay, so that was all the announcements, right? Did we miss it? Did I miss anything? Well... I'm sure you covered it. Okay, sweet. Yeah, we're in like one-shot mode, so I'm trying to go quick through all the intro stuff. So let's go around to all of our players, starting right below me with Castle Mac himself, Mr. Steve-O.
Hi, I am playing Rainer Deep Hollow. He's a halfling fighter / rogue and an expert archer. You can catch me Sundays and Tuesdays at Castle Mac on Twitch, where we play in person. What do you call that? At the table? I don't know all the classifications.
I think they call it actual play.
Actual
regular
play?
D&D, like
normal human dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think playing at the table might be the abnormal D&D these days, but that's which is kind of cool. So anyways, yeah, you can catch us Tuesdays and Sundays, 7:30 Eastern.
Sweet. And then below that, I think we have Images. Yep. Boink.
Just little old Kimages. No one.
Well, the amazingness, my partner in crime, she who keeps me sane and puts up with my bullshit, which is the things I say every time I introduce you. And one of the greatest photographers and graphic designers on the planet.
You shut your mouth right now.
Kimages.
Hi, I'm Kimages. I stream at twitch.tv/Kimages, regular video games, RPGs, and variety stuff. And then Twitter at Kimages TV. And tonight I'm playing Helbis Prime, and she is a level 13 human paladin, and she is bubbly and naive and super nice, but also likes to get hella crunk and can really hold her grog. And yeah, I'm excited.
Which is funny for those of you who watched Critical Role's Series 1. Cool. Next up, there's a lewd comment if you watch the first series of Critical Role, if she can really hold her grog. Is Shogun, our Tuesday night Dark Heresy Dark Heresy GM. Say hi.
Hello. Yeah, I am playing Grix, the wild mage sorcerer. He is a kobold who can get a hang of his powers most of the time, but not all the time, and likes turning his party teammates into ogres.
Factual. Yep. And then last but very not least is the amazing Shan, who will be starting in our Saturday game as well when it kicks off, which is very exciting.
Yes, and I'm so excited for that. I'm Shanalogic on Twitch and Twitter, and I play Iote Foebreaker, our resident barbarian dwarf who likes to be a bit sillier than she actually is, and has mutton chops, a glowing sword, and a big heart.
Aw, big heart. And we'll have Nerdy Viking with us once he gets back from work, so expect the cameras to go crazy for a second as he hops into chat, but I think we can roll with the punches. All right, so you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got real music tonight too. It's crazy. I actually set it up so that everything
Can you
works.
see us this time?
I mean, if I pull up that screen, I guess, but I don't really want to.
I've officially uninstalled Sirenscape, so
yeah, just because I think it's great for table
again.
play, but it's not super great yet for online. Maybe they'll make it better over time. I hope so, because it's a cool tool. But when we last met our intrepid adventurers, it was Salvation Day in Hamburg. The day celebrated 17 years ago when the tide of undead was pushed back from the city walls of Hamburg, and the Great Dracolich was destroyed. That day is a day of celebration. It is a day when people come together to thank the deities of Hamburg for their salvation and to venerate the heroes of the time. But it turned tragic as an attack by undead mysteriously appeared in the Hamburg market. The attack was defeated by our amazing adventurers, who were given afterwards a mysterious book that led them down south to a book bindery on the Schalde River, just north of the Cairnlands, which are a great set of burial mounds. Here they met an elf. Now, elves aren't very... No one's seen an elf in more than 20 years in this region, and so it was odd that they found him there, but he was running a book bindery, and he, as an incredibly wise person, was able to kind of explain to them what happened, and with the information they had already gathered, the party, along with Wisteria, which is the name of this elf, put together the pieces that the following was going on. There was a gang called the Ebb and Tide that broke off from a much larger gang in the town called Buildwater, and it moved south to Knockrichten for some nefarious purpose, and it was possible that either they were behind the attack in Hamburg, or that someone is framing them for the attack in Hamburg. Either way, underneath Knockrichten Keep and the city of Knockrichten itself is a vast elven labyrinth from the Elder Days that is possibly inhabited by practitioners of the undead. Having spoken with Wisteria, our party decided to go to Knockrichten Keep and meet with the Blackwake. The Blackwake is the leader of the Ebb and Tide, and a man who Wisteria knows. And so, our adventurers, leaving from the book bindery, find themselves now on the road to Knockrichten Keep. What do you guys do?
How far is the keep again?
It's about the 4.5 hour walk.
Oh, okay. What time of day did we leave? Because we didn't waste really any time, right?
You didn't. It's like noon. It's overcast and gross, and it hasn't really started raining yet, but it's still kind of very much threatening. That smell of rain is in the air. You hear the rumble of thunder. It just hasn't hit you yet.
So what's the area like? Is this like?
For sure.
Because on the big map it was kind of rocky-ish looking, but are we still like foresty kind of area, or?
So the area around you right now, as you travel south, off to your kind of southeast, as you travel down the path, you see the Cairnlands, this vast expanse of rolling hills. Every once in a while you'll see a menhir or some stone megaliths on top of a mound here or there that marks the burial place of some famous person from the elder days. Other than that, off to your northwest, because assume that this map is kind of tilted this way, right? You off to your west-northwest is the Kralerwald itself, and the Shalda River before it. But otherwise, the land directly adjacent to you is either river bottom land. As you're traveling south, it would be on your right, and then some open grassland leading into the Cairnlands on your left.
Well, we best keep up a bit of a pace. Looks like the skies are going to open up.
Yes, the faster we can get to our destination, the better, and preferably out of the rain. Because I feel like my plate metal might rust if we're out here too long.
All that fancy armor is going to rust up on you, and you'll be less dexterous than you already are.
I know, we can't have that, can we?
Just remember, some of us have stubby legs. We're going as fast as we can.
I will happily sling you over my shoulder like a keg again if you'd like.
I'd take that offer.
I might also take you up on that.
I don't know if I have enough room to carry all three of you.
You're the tallest and
I'll
the strongest
take
of
ground
us
side,
all.
thanks.
Okay, well, hop on. Anyone who wants a ride.
I would attempt to climb the slick, tall surface.
Okay.
Raynor's too prideful. Raynor wouldn't.
For sure.
Coyote's
That's
afraid of heights.
I've always wanted a pet. Climb
Yeah.
on, Kobold.
So I'll sit on her shoulders. March!
You can keep the rain off of most of me then.
Awesome. All right. So as you guys continue to march, some of you on top of others of you down the road, the rain does begin a little bit, and it starts very lightly. But you're certainly seeing lightning off in the distance now, and you're starting to lose the distance visibility as the rain starts coming up from the south. After about 4.5 hours of travel, you find yourself not in view of, but you know you're getting very, very close to Knockrichten Keep. The keep itself stands about a mile north of the town of Knockrichten itself, and was used both to kind of guard the area and act as a trade post for things coming in and out of the actual Duchy of Halmberg. So you find yourself very, very close to the keep. How would you guys like to approach it? And it's now almost dusk.
Let me ask a out-of-character question real quick to just clarify.
Yep.
The bookbinder elf, wanted us to talk to them first, right? He wanted us to get to the bottom of it before anything went down.
So the context that you guys were able to suss out was Starry, who was the elf you guys met, knew this guy before the fall, before the great calamity, the plague that happened. And he was a relatively good dude. So it seemed weird to him that he would join with this band of brigands up in Bilgewater and then break off and do like nefarious necromancy bullshit, right? Like that didn't make sense to him. However, if he has been turned, he was like, you should just, you should do what you have to do. But it doesn't seem like him to do that.
Well, I suppose we'll be wanting a plan. We can't just go knocking on the door, accusing him, asking all sorts of questions. He'd likely just turn us away, and the five of us ain't taking the keep. Well, we did the one time, but probably not this time.
Maybe if we just asked him nicely and didn't accuse right away, he would be more inclined to let us in and just be cordial and open-minded.
Well, yes,
I
let's
agree
think
with
about
Albus.
that.
I don't know. I think that we can be very charming, so...
On the one hand, we've got Helvis here, who to a lawful person would seem the most diplomatic. But if in actuality we are dealing with a more malignant fellow, then perhaps I should lead the conversation.
Guess we'll have to. What do you think?
Yes, I don't know which one he actually is.
I
Well,
could
clearly,
just intimidate everybody.
I think we should leave it to the most charismatic of the bunch.
Oh,
I'm happy
Who's
to have
that?
the conversation.
do you
That's
mean
what
me?
we were all on the same page, right?
Yeah, me.
I was thinking me.
All right.
I mean, Iode is very.
No offense, Iodi, but you couldn't seduce
Unintimidating.
a stump.
Unintimidating.
I mean, you're intimidating, but you're not imposing. I don't think he would be threatened by you immediately.
What do you mean
Do you
she's not
see
imposing?
these mutton
You're
chops?
talking about her
They
height?
reek respect.
I mean,
Reek it!
open the door to a
Iodi,
vertically challenged creature.
I
You-
have
Whoa,
to
whoa, whoa,
agree
whoa.
with Helbis. From
It's
this
ridiculous.
angle, you're not very intimidating.
Well, then
You
I will
should
ride
talk.
atop your shoulders, atop Helbis's shoulders, and we will be one giant, intimidating totem pole of awesome.
Or I could turn you into something a bit bigger.
Not an ogre.
Maybe we
I
just
see.
play it by ear. That's what
If
we
you're not
usually
gonna
do.
work with me,
Yeah, are we trying to catch flies with honey, or are we trying to go at guns blazing? I don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to kill anyone just yet.
It's worked out for us in the past. But I agree. We'll play it by ear.
I find it more reasonable that myself could escape if things go poorly. I can't hide the whole party if things go poorly.
Oh well,
Let's-
that's reassuring. So long as
So
your
you're gonna
bacon
save
gets out.
yourself.
No, I mean, let me go in front.
And then what? If something happens, you're going to just run away and leave us here?
No, come back for you. You guys stay behind. And if something goes bad, I'll come back for you and tell you something went bad, and then we can do whatever we do then.
Well, if you're not
I'll
back
do
in
the
a timely
negotiating
manner,
alone.
I think we would just leave without you at that point, wouldn't we? I mean,
Hold on just a second. What exactly are we even negotiating? We're more just showing up and trying to find out if he's up to anything evil.
right, we were just going to ask him politely if he was doing anything evil. We were going to be
Yes,
nice
but
about
if
it.
the answer is yes, it'll probably be response via arrow or sword.
And even if he is evil, who's to say he's gonna tell us the truth?
And Elbus, you might be tall, but perhaps your memory's very short. We've been doing this a long time. When's the last time we went up to someone who was up to something nefarious, asked them politely, and they said, "Oh yeah, I was up to something evil, but now that you've asked, well, I suppose I'll just turn it all in, I'll just hang it all up."
I can't help it if I try to see the best in everyone. It's a fault of mine. I'm sorry. I trust that you all can agree on the best course of action.
I don't trust us.
All right. So Grix, you sneak in, possibly through the latrine, through the water supply. You teleport us in, and then we've solved the first problem, getting inside.
And I could find out if he's lying by using a spell if we need to.
My suggestion is that I proceed with you all at a distance, and I do go and just knock on the door. If things go badly, I can come back and find you, and I can tell you the answer, yes, he was evil, and then we can act accordingly. Otherwise, if he turns out to not be evil, I'll tell him to let you all in.
Or he could kill you before you make it back to us because you've gone off on your own.
Okay, but hold on. But what if he says he's not evil, and you come back and tell us he's not evil, but it turns out he was evil?
Well, then we're
He-
back where we
could've
started, and we
hoodwinked
haven't
you.
lost much.
Hey,
I
you
mean,
won't
that's the
find
current plan
Rainer.
right now.
You
Okay,
won't
you
find
know what?
Rainer
We're all
hoodwinked.
going in circles. I'm gonna go find a door, knock on it, and hope for the best. Goodbye.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with IOD.
All right. So as you walk over the hill, what you're greeted with is a full camp. At your best guesstimate, there's probably 400 people here, or more. This is not just like 20 guys in a building. You walk up over the thing. You haven't been noticed yet, but there is the large ruins of a castle and its outbuildings. The castle itself is probably 200-300 feet long. On the side that you can see goes back to some depths. There's a number of buildings outside of that. All of them, everything here is in ruins for the most part. Like the towers of the castle are obviously collapsed, and you see camps between some of the broken buildings. Some of the buildings where there's still roofs on them, you see smoke coming out of it. This is an active small village of people.
By village, do you mean like, can we see? This doesn't look like a war camp. This looks
No,
like...
it looks like a war camp. It looks like 400
Okay.
people, lots of them with weapons. Maybe a few of them don't, but
I think we
Alright.
could just walk in and just.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
thank
what
you.
have we got to lose? We can
Let's
fight our way
just
out if we
walk
have
in.
to.
We can talk our way out if we have to.
Yeah.
Trust me, leave it to me. I'll be able to get us out of any pickles we find ourselves in. And with a bit of Grix's magic and a bit of my silver tongue, those sideburns, and your ability to see the best in everyone, everything should turn out fine. Let's just go.
I like your optimism.
These are pretty good sideburns.
Have I ever told you I can see the future? I
What?
think we're all gonna die.
We won't know
Hey.
until we try.
He's full of shit. Hey Grix, are you full of shit? Can you really see the future?
Well, you shouldn't tell. You shouldn't tell Helbus that I'm sitting on her head.
okay.
I think we should walk in and see if we can. Is there anyone obviously in charge?
Yeah, I think also would be walking non-threateningly. Like, I wouldn't have my weapons. I'd have my hands out, like, hey, everybody,
Helbus is just smiling at everyone.
Okay, so as you guys walk over the hill, you're not so imagine that you're on kind of a large, grassy, kind of rolling piece of land, right? It probably goes about 60 feet. As you climb
Like
up
a
to the
knoll?
top. Yeah, like a knoll, except not the
That's
dog
grassy.
kind. I was trying to avoid grassy knoll, but I'm glad we
Okay,
went there.
yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So as you come up over the grassy knoll, and you see kind of in the valley below, in the flatland below you, there's clearly guards on the walls. There's clearly active patrols around the whole thing. As you're walking down, it takes them until you're about halfway down the other side of the grassy knoll to notice. There's some commotion. There's some guards talking. A few of them are forming up as you get kind of closer. Imagine this as like, there's the castle itself, and then there's probably 20 or 30 outbuildings, right? Scattered around the walls that kind of formerly served this castle when it was in proper repair. This was a major installation of the Hellenbrecht Empire, and is now in ruins. So by the time you get down to the bottom of the knoll, there is a party of 12 guys, 12 guys and girls, with crossbows pointed at you, and then about 6 other guards with their swords out. One of them looks at the others and goes, "Wait here, I'll go forward." And their crossbows are up, and they look deadly serious.
I am doing my best impression of that as if I am taxidermied.
I'm
I'm
smiling,
pretending I'm
but
not
it's that
real.
kind of it's that kind of uncomfortable smile that kind of just looks like you're constipated, but she's trying her best.
This guy is wearing half plate. He is wearing the tunic itself is kind of this pure black, and there is a crest of a wave on the front of his chest plate. And he comes up to you. He goes, "Why are you here? I need an excuse not to shoot you."
Oh, that's no way to greet honored guests. We were just coming to check on the progress. See how things were
Progress?
coming along.
Of what?
Oh, sure. We were in Holmberg.
Yeah?
We're just here to check in on things.
I do not know you. What thing
Of
would you
course you
possibly
don't
be here
know
to
me.
check in on?
No, we're here to speak with Blackwave. Wait, that was his name, right?
No.
Black
What was his
wind.
name? Black Wind. Sorry, I can't read my own notes. Classic. So he would have said Black Wind instead of Black Wave.
Why should I let you speak to the Blackfind?
Well, because take a good look at us. We're not your average guard or just... Well, you could just take one good look at us and it should be self-evident, I would think. Tell them, Helbus. Tell them why they should talk to us. Go ahead.
We're just a lowly group of adventurers.
But not lowly. She didn't mean lowly.
I just mean
that. She meant honorable. Isn't that right?
Honorable and pleasant adventurers who just wanted to know if there's anything we could do to help you. We were looking to speak to the gentleman in charge and see if we could lend our assistance.
What would a bunch of honorable and happy adventurers want to do with a band of brigands?
Well, you see, your boss sent a letter.
We can be of any service that you need.
But I'm so confused right now of what you're doing here that I think I should ask you to leave.
No.
Just let us speak with your
that
man.
would be a huge mistake. Don't ask us to leave.
It feels like the right thing to do, and if you do not leave...
We're just here to speak with the Black Wind. That's it.
You haven't given me a good reason why I should do anything other than tell you to leave or shoot you. Which are two options at the moment, unless you give me some compelling
reason. We are friends
reason.
of Wisteria, and he sent us to check on the Black Wind.
You know,
Does
the
that
bard.
name mean anything to you?
The bookbinder. The famous bard.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I aid?
Who?
In any
Whoever makes it can make it with advantage due to
I got a lot
your,
of persuasion
charming
up in here.
cajoling.
I
this group
think
of
I have
folk.
advantage with persuasion. Hold on.
Oh wait, no, I don't have a lot of persuasion. Never mind.
Oh yeah,
Let me do it.
I
Let me
got
do
this. I totally got this though, you guys.
Let me
Whatever
do
you
it.
pick, somebody pick. I'm leaving it up to you guys.
Okay, Grix, go for it. Live the dream, man.
There you go.
Wait here. Do not move. And I will be back when I'm back. And he
All
walks
right,
off.
and we are a bit thirsty. Could you bring some wine? I think you'll bring the wine. I'm not worried about that.
Dude, stop. We are going to get murdered.
The party of crossbowmen kind of starts fanning out in a semicircle in front of you guys.
Nah, I would back up. I mean, I wouldn't let them surround us.
They don't go more than like semicircle, right? But they're taking up a very tactical position. These guys look well trained. Like militarily well trained.
You fellas itching for a fight out here, or is this a everyday occurrence for you? I think I'd just kind of single one out and talk to him a little bit.
He looks at you for a moment.
Is anyone here injured or needs a wound dressing? Perhaps
If you don't get away from us, you might be the one who needs a wound dressing.
Ah, that's a big talk.
Sorry to bother you.
That's a big talk for a fellow with a crossbow pointed at just 4. Would he outnumber us 3-1? Or is it 4-1? I can't remember.
That's how you win. You bring more power. Sorry.
Well, I don't disagree with you, and that's why I'm standing here with 3 of the most powerful people in this region.
Yeah. I'm
Surely
a
you've heard of
one-woman
us.
army. I'll take you down at the knees. You won't even see me coming.
That is true. You might see her coming, but she would take it down at the knees.
I am
She only
very
exaggerated
loud.
the one bit. Have you heard of the Hamburglers?
9.
Is that really what we're going with?
I've not heard of the Hamburglers.
Well, your loss.
As you guys continue to kvetch, that guard captain comes back, and he will say to him, "The Black Wind will see you."
Ah,
He looks very surprised when he says it. And he takes you through the camp, if you guys are willing to follow.
Why not?
Yeah.
I would, since he's all of 3 feet tall, he would like salute up at one of the guards as he walks by. Just being a shit. I mean, I think he's just antagonizing.
Yeah. He kind of spits on the ground. These are some salty guys. So as you make your way through camp, you get to a building that may have once been a temple, but it doesn't have a roof anymore. Well, the roof is gone. The walls are sturdy and have remained mostly intact. They're about 15 feet tall and are wide enough for the 5 archers guarding the top of the roof. It's like 2 on either side and 1 at the back. They're guarding this kind of meeting that's going on below. You're taken in through this kind of front entry hallway into, it's your classic gray stone sort of building. It's much wider than it is deep. It was either a library or a temple or something like that. It's really hard to tell with the ruins that have been in there now. But interestingly, there's still some of the kind of steel construction at the back that's kind of been bent in where there used to be a dome, like a glass dome or something like that. Grix, your character would remember that from his time as a raider prior to the plague, that this place was a full-on library and had one of the more impressive architectural structures in the Empire. That glass dome was entirely made of stained glass at the time, and like had all these different mosaics of the Empire's history on it, but now it's just a ruined mess. As you come in, before you enter, you hear them talking about something about an undead threat, and we have to fight. And as you get closer and closer to the table, you see this man who must obviously be the Blackwind. His armor is gleaming. He's a powerful looking man. He's kind of doing these circles around a wide table, making gestures at different pins stuck into a map that covers the entire top of the table and spills over the edges. Surrounding the table with him looks to be another sort of knight figure, and then 2 people not wearing any armor at all, one of whom has these 3 mastiffs, except I don't know if any of you would know what a shadow mastiff is, but given your adventures, but shadow mastiff is kind of a summoned shadow dog, and so they kind of boil black smoke off of them, and just
Hey,
kind
Brock.
of yeah.
I thought you should know that we can see everything on the map right now.
What? There's nothing to see on the map.
The creatures.
What? Oh, I don't know why you're on that map. I'm sorry. That's fine.
Just
That map
thought
you could
might.
see. Yeah. Yeah, no. You're fine there. That wasn't a thing. That's just a thing.
Sorry.
That's a thing that might happen. It's a contingency map. Or it's actually what's going to happen, and now you guys are prepared. Good job. Kind of roiling black smoke, and as soon as you guys get close enough to be what they think is an earshot, they stop. The 4 of them kind of look up at you. The dogs still kind of sit there lazily. Sir, we have brought the adventurers who you requested to see. And he says, good. I've been expecting you. The Starry sent you, yes? He just looks at the whole group.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Why? What business do you have here that you so brazenly walk to my camp?
Well, how else were we supposed to get a hold of you?
What do you know about what happened in Hamburg?
What happened in Hamburg?
Oh,
Well,
come
undead
on.
came up. My friend got attacked by a vampire. I got turned into an ogre. An old guy gave me a book. We found a mysterious paper factory that appears when you throw books at it. And now we're here, and I'm just so tired.
Well, we are aware that there are more undead incursions, and that is why we are here right now. Can someone give Adam instructions to join the Discord server? Please, thank you. And we know that there have been more undead attacking, that's why we are here. But I don't know of any attacks in Hamburg. We have not been up there.
It was more of a incursion sort of thing. They appeared in the middle of civilization, no attack on the walls.
And why do you think we have anything to do with this?
your crest was, or at least an affiliated crest, was there. Rainier, don't you have it on you?
Let me see it.
And I guess whoever has the thing.
Yeah, I forget who was carrying it.
I must adjust the cameras. Please hold. Uno momento, por favore. As our newest member,
Wasn't
a
it
new
Norden that
member
had a-
appears. What's that now?
Wasn't it Norden that had the crest? I think
it was
maybe.
Norden actually that had
So
the.
you guys want to
the
fill him in as I'm
crest.
fixing cameras real quick?
We walked down to go find the Blackwind guy, and we found his military camp, something like 400 people military camp, and have been granted an audience with him, and we're just starting the conversation. He asked why we're here, and we informed him of the assault that occurred in Helmberg, and we're about to show him the crest that we found there, or the emblem or whatever it was, to inform him of why we're coming to him, since it's his crest, right? Or of his organization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
believe-
Go, go,
I,
go.
I believe it's the crest of the Ebon Tide, and so I think he was the one that connected to it. And so if my memory serves correctly.
Yeah. Okay, back. And cameras are now fixed. So doing that crap on the fly. All right. Yes, it show me this crest that you have.
I pulled the crest out of my bag of holding, and I present it to him.
He takes it from your hand, and he sniggers. This is a fake. And he takes the one off his neck, and he says, "Look, someone obviously made it. They are different." And if you guys want to make perception checks.
Right.
Oh.
Not too shabby.
No shab at all.
Here.
So, Rainer and Von Beck, you both are like, yeah, those are not the same thing at all. There's obvious differences between them now that you see the one he's wearing.
Well, they're definitely fakes. He's not lying about that. But to what end? Would someone be trying to frame you?
I don't know.
Sure, you've made enemies, but who might they be? We're here to help you. If we can.
And how do you think you can help me? I have been
Well-
hounded by the Duke's men for 3 weeks, and now I see you here. How am I
Why
not
have you
supposed to
been
take you as
hounded?
a threat?
Well, you should take us as a threat first and foremost. But
Do we
we're
have
not
a
here to harm you.
yet?
Unless you've got it coming.
Then what's
But
the
let me-
purpose?
Well, let me take a step back. Why are the Duke's men hounding you? And why would someone be launching an attack on Holmberg and try to frame you for it?
That's
If
what I
you
want to
can't
know.
help us, help you, then we're not going to get anywhere, and we're happy to turn back around and head back north. Otherwise, you might as well use a resource at your fingertips.
Look. Bilgewater is being overrun by the undead. My former captain, he wouldn't listen. He just wants to keep fighting the other gangs and not do anything about it, so I took my people down here to try and figure out what we could do to stop it. There's been more undead attacks. I've never heard of anything like this mist thing before, but we want to stop it. The Duke's men, his outriders, when they came to speak with us, they did not believe us. We offered to help then, but they did not listen. They attacked my people, they killed my people, and then they ran away. Why should I trust you to be any different? You're obviously from the city.
Because we've seen the undead. We know that they're back, and the last thing we need is more plague touch trying to wipe out what's left of our civilization. I believe you. We believe you, and we want to help.
Put
Make a persuasion
simply,
check. Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
It's just more lies. More lies. In what world would I trust anyone who comes
All
from
right.
Hamburg at this point?
Let's try approaching it like this.
I would
You don't
slide
have to
down off
believe
of
us.
Heldas.
You don't have to trust us. But tell us what we might do to prove it to you. You said that your captain in Bilgewater isn't paying any attention, right? He's just too busy in his own little fiefdoms and he's not looking at the big picture. Well, we're big picture kind of folk, despite being so small, at least Grix and I. Help us. Figure out a way to prove it to you. Because I will tell you right now, we are agents of good. We might not look it. Sometimes we don't always seem it, but we are it. This woman right here, she's a devout paladin.
I mean, that's a pretty good reason to trust that we could help you. I mean, what other choice do you have? Is anyone else knocking down your door to help you
That's
save
right.
your people?
And
We have
besides
plenty of
that,
men to deal with our own issues. However, make me a persuasion check with advantage because of mentioning paladins and agents of good. Because that's
Alright.
a key word.
Oh yeah, I gotta toggle it.
Toggle, toggle, toggle.
Did it roll?
Nice.
Oh,
Look, we are investigating what we can here, but we cannot continue our work as long as we are hounded by the Duke's men, and we are open to working with them. However, I don't think they would believe us if I sent emissaries on my own. I think they would just be killed. Would you take my 3 lieutenants here, Ritham, Aram, and Omali, to Hamburg, and there speak with your Duke? They are
Aye, that we could do.
prepared to speak
I-
on my behalf, but we must work together if we are going to stop this. This is not something we can do on our own.
give me a night. I'll get us all back to Hamburg.
I would prefer if you started out today.
We would arrive sooner if you let me rest. Magics.
I'd listen to the little one, to the kobold.
If the man wants us to leave, we'll leave. But they do speak truth. He's a powerful sorcerer. He could get us there just as quickly without having to risk the road. But this is your domain, and if you want us gone, we'll be gone.
So,
Righto.
here's the thing. My morale is not super high right now. Having you come in, having you not be defeated. These are brigands. These are men who expect to kill for money. That I have brought them down here is based on my own personal charisma. That you go out with my people, that you walk out of here with my people, is a show of face to my men that I still have the ability to lead them. Were you to come in and disappear, there's no bodies to show, then what do I have to tell them? Nothing.
Okay, we go. That's fine.
Seems more than reasonable to me. We
Do
can set
you
out
want
right
to
now.
fight? Though?
I'm sorry, what? Do I want to fight you? No, not
No,
if
no,
I
no,
don't
no.
have to.
Not us. I'm just saying, you're saying brigands, morale, whatnot, yes?
Yeah?
I could give you just a little pit fight to keep them happy.
Nine, my men fight for coin and profit.
I think. Well, yes, but a pit fight always makes coin.
I'm not
It's-
interested in politics, little thing.
Whose coin are you trying to spend here?
This feels like a waste of my time to me. Why would I care about a
Okay.
pit fight?
I thought it would entertain your men.
They have
But
plenty
if you
of
don't
work to
want
do.
it, I don't care. We'll get moving on.
Thank you. And I do appreciate you doing this for me. I just do not understand why I would want them to be in a big pit fighting each other when they have work to do. Hellcat Navomi, thank you for the follow. That's super awesome.
We could always set up camp after we've left this establishment, correct? We could just set up camp and then
Yes.
Take the men, have a rest, be teleported.
Yes, yes.
As
We
long as
might
you
as
are-
well walk at least until night. We wouldn't want any of his outriders finding us camping a mile away just after leaving.
Yeah. Can we return to the bookman's shop?
It's about 4 hours.
Yeah, it's about 4
Wouldn't-
hours.
That's a right good idea, Grix. And by the way, Grix, I thought your pit fight was a good idea too. I was willing to put some coin on the line and do a little gambling with those men, fleece them a bit for what they have, but...
Well, I was just gonna turn some crickets into some monsters and let them have a little rumble, but whatever.
You see the three. If you excuse me for a moment, the Black One says, "I need to take my people and talk to them. So they need to get prepared to move. If you have any preparations to make before we go, let me know. If we can give you what you have, we can give you what you need to travel. If you don't need anything, that's fine. They need to go pack. Because I
think,
imagine it'll take a few
I-
weeks to talk through it with your Duke.
Well, I won't speak for everyone here, except for Helbus, of course, but I think we'd travel a bit easier with a spot of wine.
If you would like your vine full, what are they called? Vine skins. Full. We can absolutely do that for you.
Help us
Much
dumps out her water.
Go talk to the purser. He's outside and to the left. He's in the old stable. He will be able to get you some vine. Tell him I sent you. It should be fine. Give us 15 minutes and they should be ready to move.
All right, we'll be waiting.
Excellent.
Aye.
I would turn to like a random guard and say,
What is the makeup of your army here? I see you have human people. What else do you got around? Any more interesting creatures?
Is that any of your business, Kobold?
Ah, jeez, just looking for some kinsmen, man.
We've got some dwarves. Few halflings. None of your creatures.
All right.
Your loss. Kobolds are magnificent fighters. Grix has saved my life probably at least twice.
At least as
How
many
often has
times
your
as I've
sexual life
almost
been
taken
dangerous?
it away.
Exactly.
At least you're not a net negative, Grix, and that's more than I can say for many others.
As you guys are walking over, talking to this guard and getting your your wine skins filled, make me a quick perception check.
Oh, come on.
I'm back. You hear arguing coming from inside the... It's hard not to notice. If you have the ears to listen. Everyone else is kind of too busy talking to people or getting their wine skins filled up, but you, being the sort of person that you are, have an ear open, and you hear arguing between two female and a male voice from inside where you guys just were. And after a moment, there's kind of... It's hard... You can't tell what they're saying, but a voice that you recognize...
The lieutenants, one was a female, right? It sounds like her, was it Amelie, was her name?
Yeah, there's Aram and Amelie and Risam are the
Okay.
three lieutenants, and I'll put those
Gotcha,
in chat for you
okay.
guys.
So we overhear them arguing.
And a fourth voice pipes in and tells them... you hear this very clipped moment, and then all of the voices go quiet. And a few minutes later, they'll come out traveling packs. Yeah. And Blackfin will come out and say, they're ready to go now. They have my instructions. They know it must be done, and they will do it.
Now, did I understand any of their arguing, or did I just hear
No,
arguing?
it's like, you know when you hear people arguing in another apartment, and you know that they're arguing, but you can't hear what they're saying? Yeah, it's like that. Yep.
I guess
I'll eye each one of the lieutenants up, get a good look at them.
Make an insight check. One of them is obviously not happy. Like, thinks this is stupid.
but not Amelie. Not the. Well, yeah. So it's 3 humans.
It's
Correct?
yeah. Hang on, let me make sure. It is 3 humans. It's 2 females and a male. The males are both. The male is obviously a caster. The female is obviously a caster, and then there's one female who's kind of a knight.
And the unhappy one is which?
The one that you could tell was unhappy was the female caster. Let's say how to go. They'll probably be after dark by the time you get to the bindery, but if you are quick, you should beat the rest of the storm.
Alright.
Let's get moving then. No time to waste. Chop chop. We got people to save, heroes to become.
Choppy chop!
This
All
is barking orders from someone who can't walk as fast as us with long legs.
Hey, I can't hear you over my luscious mutton chops. All right.
All right, fair enough. I have wine.
Did all of us notice that one of them was unhappy?
Everybody can make insight checks if you want. It was just that Grix was the only one who told me he was specifically looking for how they looked. Is that it? Only... Okay.
Yay.
All 3 of them aren't happy. None of them want to be doing this. Yeah. No, none of them, Ioti.
Alright, well, thinking they're all unhappy then, Raynor would pipe up. Once we're on the road, once we're out of earshot of guards.
For sure.
So tell me, you 3, do you agree with what the Black Wind is doing? Do you think you should be conversing with the Duke?
Amelie speaks up and goes, "Of course, we do whatever the Black Wind wants."
I didn't ask if you were following orders or not. I was asking something a bit more under the skin. Do you agree with it? Now, I'm not your superior officer, so I couldn't give a feck if you follow his orders or you don't. You seem like you're his trusted servants. Sorry, lieutenants.
I am no one's servant.
My mistake. I just heard you mention you was following all his orders is all. Anyways, do you agree with him or not? That's what I was asking.
The female knight will go, "Of course I don't agree." And then the male caster goes, "Shut up. We're here for a job, and it will be done very quickly."
I think
It'll
Raynor
be
would turn
the
and
easiest gold you ever made.
Just a few more
Raynor
miles
would,
now.
like, smile at the rest of the group when he gets them antagonized a little bit. So what do you think? Why do you disagree with his plan of action? You can't take on the undead hordes all yourselves.
We shouldn't be taking on the undead hordes at all. Shut up!
You wish you were back in Bilgewater, don't you?
Yeah, und we
Make a
will be
bit of
soon.
coin, play a little cutty throaty, as they say. That's the life you wish.
The better life than this. It's forever going back soon. Would you shut up about it?
So is it defensible? You think you guys can take them on? You can beat up the undead? It's pretty defensible there?
I don't know about defensible. What do you mean?
Aye. You misread them, Grix. They couldn't give a feck about the undead. They just want to live there, scrape what coin they can off the bottom of the filthy streets, whether it's caked in blood or otherwise. You see, this is what I was talking about, Helbus. That's the difference between us and them.
Make a
You
perception
see, we
check.
do...
Von Beck, and the 2 of you who haven't been talking the most, Von Beck and Helbis, make perception checks. Keep going, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I think Raynor just likes pushing people's buttons who aren't in his party. He's like, this is us, and all the rest, are not. So I think he would keep going, but feel free to interrupt.
Yeah. So as you guys are talking, you come to the sinking realization that when he said we wouldn't be there very long, he meant much more immediately, as Helbis realizes that you've walked into an ambush.
Oh.
4 archers step out from trees on either sides of the road and go, "This is what we are doing. We are going to kill you. We are going to kill the Black Veg, and then we are going home. Take them. Roll initiative. Hang on, let me get on the map.
Woo! I think Rainer would still be like, wait, it's like, oh shit!
Doink.
Alright, let's see.
Oh, come on.
Okay, you can't have a token that looks like the one I used for Zar because I clicked on
Sorry.
it.
It's a good token.
It's a good token.
Choose a combat music. And I do not need you. Go away.
Hey!
Putting up the... There we go. Please remember to click on your token before rolling initiative. Thank you.
Didn't get too bad.
What is happening?
What is happening?
I heard dinky, dinky, dinky.
You're clicking things that are popping in chat.
Yes, sorry, my audio's just being, I don't know if it's me. My audio is all messed up. It's good now.
No,
Oh
sounds
no,
like
you're
roll
good.
20.
No. It was. I need to look at the thing here real quick. I forgot to bring these guys up. Doink, doink. Okay. You're good. So many little creatures, yeah. Doink. And Shadow Mastiff. You guys are mean looking. Okay, there we go. We are ready. All right. So what do we got? Grix Reson, or Grix Von Bex Rainer, Helbis. I am missing Iode. Where is your initiative?
I didn't click on the thing
It's
when
okay.
I
I
rolled
will
it.
add you. It's no big deal.
Should I roll again, or
9. I will add you to the thing.
can I please
9.
roll again?
9. I will add you to the thing. Okay. We are ready to go. Top of the round is Grix.
Okay. I need to understand who's who. The like gray man looking down, that is that our
That's
my party
Norden.
member?
Yeah, that's Norden.
Okay, so
Okay.
yeah.
I,
Bad
Okay,
guy
I-
here. Bad guy
Hey.
here.
Throck,
Yeah.
are there archers at the top of the order, or are you just saying great?
I always let players go first.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you're both 22, so players go first.
Gotcha.
Okay. Is Risan a caster looking character or the knight one?
So the knight is up here. He was kind of
Okay,
leading
got
you
it.
guys, and then caster.
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast Cone of Cold this away. Hang on. Stop. Because it's 60 long, so could I go through and hit those 3?
Yeah, hold your thing right there,
Actually, that'd
because then it will also
4.
come out here.
Okay, then I would angle it like that to be able to
Yeah.
hit these 4.
Well, you'd get both archers in that cone too, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, your
I'm not zoomed that
cone-
far enough to see that. Okay.
It's gonna go.
So
to
I would be
here,
hitting caster in front, 2 dogs, knight dude, and 2
and
archers.
2 archers, yes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do.
Yep.
I'm going to do that.
Cone of Cold is sick.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yep. So dogs. Archer.
And yeah, it's a con save.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's the DC on the con save?
18.
Okay. Shadow Mastiff. Fails. Vanguard. Succeeds. Conjurer. Fails. 2 archers. Both fail, and the Shadow Mastiff Alpha fail. So only one save. Everybody else failed.
Okay.
Roll me some damage. As this blast of cold comes out. All right, 45 points of damage. All right.
And that is above level 1, so
Yeah.
above so that can potentially, but at your discretion.
Yeah. It's your first cast of the day, so let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
One of the Shadow Mastiffs goes down. So
Okay,
that's
nope.
nothing.
No special stuff.
Okay.
Sometimes it can be really bad. I can like shoot a fireball and then turn into like a potted plant or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Big old cone of destruction. Done. Archers are gonna all right. So 2 archers are gonna shoot at you, Grix. Given the cone of cold. One of them crits. The other one rolled a 16 plus 6.
Yeah, that beats it anyway.
Yeah.
16 beats it. Yeah.
So we're gonna do 3d8 plus 12 damage to you. Unless you have a specific damage reduction that I would need to roll them separately.
I have none.
Okay, so 7, 14 plus 12 is 26 points of damage as these 2 arrows go and just kind of stab you straight in the chest. And the other 2 archers are going to shoot at Rainier is up front. Rainier. Yeah, Rainier. They both miss on a 6 and a 2. Okay.
I'll take it.
Yeah, right? Risan. Risan is the Evoker. Fuck your spells at Mr. Evoker. Oh, you're there. I was gonna cast Chain Lightning. Make sure I do it right. And is going to sculpt the spell with a sorcery point so it doesn't hit any of her friends. Okay, so you create a bolt of lightning, arcs from a target of your choice that you can see within range. 3 bolts will leap to targets and 3 other targets, each of which must be within 30 feet of the first one. So we're going to go Rainer, Helbis, 3 other targets? Von Beck, Ioti. All need to make me dexterity saving throws.
Oh.
I'm gonna use. Is it Uncanny Dodge to take half damage?
Yeah, you'll take half damage with Uncanny.
Or is it only against an attack?
No.
Sure.
It'll totally.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I have Uncanny Dodge and Evasion, so
Yes.
I take half damage on a fail. That's right. I know.
Yep.
Wait a second. I have
Pretty sure
danger
I
sense,
failed.
so I should have advantage. Can I re-roll that?
Why would you have advantage on a saving throw from danger sense?
Oh,
it just lets you know
because-
danger is coming.
It says advantage on dex saves through
Oh, well then yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. She
Alright.
does.
Okay, sweet. Roll
Alright,
again.
sorry about that. Boop.
No biggie. So
Eh.
still failed. So
Damn
if
it.
you failed, take boink, 54 points of damage.
What?
Hey, you're level 13. You guys should be able to take this. And if you succeeded, you will take 27 points of damage.
Wait, but what was to succeed on?
You made it, and Helbis made it. So Steven failed, Shannon failed, or Rainer failed, and Ioti failed. Helbis takes half, Von Beck takes half. Okay.
Ouch.
And then is gonna take the attack of opportunity to step back.
Question. Did
Yes.
someone just do my damage for me?
No,
Because I had full health and now I don't.
I don't. Interesting. I did not touch your damage.
I'm just going to leave it because I don't honestly know.
Oh, you know what I did? I applied damage to the wrong character.
You dick.
I'm a dick. Plus 45. There you go. Have your hit points back. Sorry.
Thank you.
Amelie. 40. Oh, she goes straight down. You actually kill the conjurer with that cone of cold. There you go.
Oh!
Yeah. Congratulations. And then Resign is gonna take Ioti, Von Beck, and Grix can all do attacks of opportunity.
Alright.
Risan tries to back off from you guys after casting that lightning. That's a hit.
I'm definitely going after this jerk. Oh! Yes!
Nice.
Finally!
I guess for my long sword, that was 14 points of slashing.
Okay. And then 12 from you, Ioti.
Yeah.
And then Grix, you missed. Okay, so she's going to keep 5, 10, 15. What's that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, she'll look through there. One more. There. Twink. Cool. And then Von Beck, it is your go.
Alright, how hurt does Ryzen look?
Not too hurt yet.
Alright, so I am going to, let me see if that's a bonus section. I think, yeah, alright, as my bonus action, I am going to, as my bonus action, as I draw my blade out, I draw across my palm again.
Yeah.
And as you see, the sword illuminates again with a radiant brightness. I am going to move. Norden's going to basically charge here.
Yeah.
He's going to swing.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, yeah.
29.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
So that will do
12?
points of slashing with 8 points of radiant damage.
Nice. As your sword begins to glow and the blood is consumed on it, it takes on its true form. You slash down on Risan, and this cut just blossoms across his chest. And you hear this, you'll pay for that. Rainier.
I answer. Actually,
Oh, you're going to
so
second
one more
attack?
attack.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My bad. And you
Yeah.
answer, too. Sorry.
No worries. I answer an abyssal. It's like, you will soon find out.
Hit.
That will be with
11.
12 points of slashing and 11 points of radiant damage.
How do you want to take Rasan out?
As I bring the sword on my first strike down and slash him, I basically challenge him back in abyssal. Obviously, I'm pretty sure he doesn't understand. And then I bring the sword up and just right across the neck, taking his head off.
In a practice swing, with the flash of kind of red gold from the power of your sword, the sword cuts cleanly through his neck, and the head goes one way, the body goes the other, with a gout of blood coming out.
Then
Anything else?
I think I have about 10 feet of movement left, so I'm going to move.
Yeah, you got 10 feet of movement. Okay, cool. Now Rainer.
All right, I think Raynor is just going to look at that mastiff in front of him, pull 2 arrows, stick one between his teeth, and just fire on it right directly adjacent to him, which will be disadvantage.
Yeah, you would have disadvantage on that.
But it's just what he does.
Yeah. It doesn't matter when you roll a 29. I mean, fuck it.
Does 29 get him, or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, and I will get sneak attack on that one.
For sure. 24.
Okay, 24.
Right. Still up.
And yeah, I mean, just staring directly at it, he'll just take the other one out of his teeth, drop
Yeah.
back, and fire again. Still at
Do
disadvantage.
those shadow mastiffs leave behind anything, or do they like just?
They kind of go and like yeah, you hit. Dematerialize. For 7?
Okay, that'll be 7 more.
Yeah. Still up.
I think he's just gonna action surge.
Nice.
Do it again 2 more times.
Alright. Would you do it 2 more times? I'm now stuck in a German accent. I'm sorry.
Does
I
a
can't
14 get him?
Yeah, a 14 will hit.
Ooh.
A 6.
He's just pumping arrows into this thing
Yeah.
directly standing in front of him.
The third arrow goes right between his eyes, and he does. You see this and it puffs up into smoke.
All right, and then this is one of the lieutenants up here.
Yeah.
All right,
Das ist von
Then,
full armor.
gotcha. He would whisper to his bow, "Swift death to you who have defeated me." And as he draws an arrow, it echoes back in Elvish, "Swift defeat to my enemies." And he would fire on.
Nice.
Is that a he? I can't tell.
That's a she.
Okay, that's the other
Yeah.
female cast. All right. And he's gonna take a sharpshooter shot this time.
Okay. Miss.
That shouldn't have been a disadvantage. So it was a 13.
Still miss. It just
don't like
just
that.
offs the plate armor that she's wearing.
All right. Cool.
Sweet.
That's me. I'm done.
All right.
Scratch that. I'm gonna move. Sorry to eat up all the time. I'm just gonna move up here so I have a slightly better view. Now I'm done.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I don't play rogues. If I could have bonus action and disengage from that stupid mastiff, I completely forgot about that. Oh well.
He's going to run up here 5, 10, 15. He's going to cast as a bonus action Branding Smite and cast it at level 3. The memento. Don't want to get the roll wrong. Branding Smite. Doink. Okay. And then he's going to make 2 attacks. This is big old sword. It is a glaive. What's your AC, Mr. Von Beck? Isn't it 16?
14.
14. Oh, God. Boink. Hits with both. So on the first attack, you will take an additional 2d6 radiant damage. Yeah. So you're going to take 3d6 radiant damage plus 1d8, or 1d10. Glaive? Is it a glaive? Yeah, glaive. Yeah, 1d10 plus 3d6. From the smite. You're not invisible, I just wanted to do some extra damage on it. So 8, 12, 16, 20 from the first hit. And then 9 from the second hit. As his blade ignites in this kind of dark eldritch light, and he slashes it down through you twice. Which one are you? Okay, so yeah, this is you. This Shadow Mastiff is straight up just going to attack Helbus. He's right there. H Money with the hit on a 19. What's your AC?
22.
Yeah, plus 5 to hit, so that'll do it. And make me a DC 13 strength saving throw. Yeah, you're fine. You do not get that.
I have a question.
I have a very big answer for you.
I don't want to get your big answer out of my face. I don't know if I'm just misunderstanding initiative or but I rolled an 18.
I have a 5 for you here?
Yeah, in the chat it says 18.
Oh,
I'm
weird.
curious as to why.
I don't know why it's at 5. Yeah, that's faith, yes.
I mean, I get to go, but like I probably could have prevented this attack if roll 20 wasn't a bitch.
Yeah, roll 20 was being a bitch. I'll put you back up there, and you will be able to attack
That's fine.
before him. So make your attack, because it's unfair to put you out of order.
No, I mean, if this is the order that I was in.
No.
but, like,
Yeah. We play by the rules. Best as we can. So go ahead and make your go before its go.
okay, then I'm gonna battle axe it.
Oh, you battle axe it.
Ooh.
Or 7. Okay.
I do get 2.
You do. Hits. Nice. So with your 2 swipes, you're able to take him out, and the second one just burns through him, and he turns into smoke and disappears.
Gracias.
Und then the Shadow Mastiff doesn't go. Iodi.
All right. Iode's gonna go. Let's see.
Go
Gonna go
right.
up
Go
here.
right.
No, Iode wants to kill this guy.
Oh.
So she's gonna attack. Yeah.
Hit.
Yes.
All right. Und you get the second, yeah?
Yeah, you get 2 Iode. Get to swing again.
Right.
2 attacks. What now? Second one misses. It just kind of clinks off of her armor. Okay, back to the top of the order. Unless you had anything else you'd like to do.
No, I'm good.
Okay, so we're gonna do 2 archers at IOD. 2 archers.
Don't I go first?
Oh yeah, go ahead and go first.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Must put you
if you
above
want
it,
to
so I
alternate or
remember.
something.
No.
Okay,
It was
so-
above, and I didn't think about it that time.
Okay, so Fireball has a radius of 20 feet.
Yes.
So I'm going to cast it here.
Okay, try and get these 3.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm casting that as a quickened spell, which makes
Yeah.
it a bonus action.
Yeah.
At the cost of several sorcery points.
So before you cast it as a bonus action, what are you planning to do with your action?
I am casting Toll the Dead.
Okay, which is a cantrip. All right, cool.
Correct.
Sweet. Just making sure, because I figured it was going to be spell after spell. Cool.
Yeah. You can't
Okay.
do that.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
yeah,
so
correct.
I've got my
Okay.
saving throws down. Your DC is 17. Is that right? 16?
Yeah, and the 18 for me.
Oh,
For
DC
the-
18. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is Fireball.
So it makes
There.
it.
There.
All right. Wow,
That
that is an
was awful.
incredibly bad. You rolled 4
Wow.
ones. Yeah.
Oh.
One of them makes it. The middle one made it, and then the 2 on the left and the right take the full brunt. But the full brunt is still not that much.
Okay, and then
Wow,
I
that
will
was really
cast
bad.
Toll the Dead on
Yeah.
this person here,
Okay. Yep.
and that will be because it's already injured. That, and they'll get the will save for half.
Yeah, we'll save for half. On an archer, not that great. No, it's full damage.
Cool.
Gong.
25
Is it
necrotic damage.
Holy crap! Yeah.
Well, I guess I made up for it.
Yeah, he's good. All right, so minus 25. Doink. He is starting to look a little effed up too. And then the archers go, who are super mad at you for throwing fireballs at them.
No!
So they're going to focus. They're going to do what all good archers do, and that's focus fire on the caster. 4 arrows towards the caster. Boink. What's her AC again?
14.
God, they rolled like shit. Only 2 of them hit.
Oh.
For 8, 10, and then 6. So 16 points of damage is 2 more arrows. Hit you.
Ow! Ow!
Help us?
Sorry, there was a message.
Oh no. They're right. That's the damage from my Toll the Dead. I messed up.
Oh,
21, slightly less.
Okay. Okay. Bad guy. Dead bad guy. Dead bad guy.
We're good now. I just want to make sure before I.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Bless upon Grix, Iode, and Norden.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Even after I got you wine. No bless for your boy. No
I
bless for
thought
your boy
you could
Rainer.
handle yourself. I mean,
All right, I'll take it that way then.
you do act pretty tough.
You do act pretty tough.
Just refresh my memory again. What does bless do?
Plus 1d4 on skill checks, saves, and attack rolls.
It's like a lesser inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay.
you.
So
Yep.
do I have to choose which one, or is it all?
No, it's you have it for the duration of the spell.
Oh,
Which
nice.
is a minute.
Ein Minuten. Ja. Anything else?
All
Miss
right.
Helbis.
No.
Sweet. Von Beck.
All right. I am going as my bonus action. I am going to use one of my blood maledicts to curse the caster in front of me with the mark of the blood curse of the of the mark. And so basically, they take double. They take double my my Crimson Right damage.
Yeah.
And so obviously, I yell out in Abyssal. It's like your soul is perished, and I swing on him.
Swing on. What?
And so,
Yeah, miss. Sorry.
yeah, that's a critical miss. I can't. All right, then my second swing,
Still
and
misses.
then
But you can roll a d4 to see if you hit.
yeah.
Nope.
Yep. All right.
She ducks it. Whew. But it's Rainer's go. Anything else section? You have a bonus action. Oh no, your bonus action was to do the thing.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess I'll move. Well, I'll stay here. Don't want to provoke the archers yet.
Okay.
So,
Rainer.
All right, Rainer's gonna just back up a little bit behind that tree, hoping for some cover against the archers,
Yeah.
and then will fire at the target he has sworn his oath bow to.
Sweep.
He will fire regularly, not doing a sharpshooter shot.
It's okay. Heats.
Say 28.
Yep.
Do the trick.
100%.
Okay, so he's gonna do 13 plus it's a
And
sneak attack
Yeah, buddy.
plus an oath bow, so 36.
Motherfucking rogues. Yep.
And then he'll take another shot. This time, go ahead and do a sharpshooter shot. I don't know why I'm still rolling with advantage. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
23, I think.
But it
is
would have been a
good.
23. Yeah.
Yep. So 19 plus 12.
So that's 31.
31 more.
As if you have been practicing shots like this your whole life. One arrow lodges itself into each of her lungs, and you hear this, and she's kind of down, and there's like blood coming out of her mouth, and it's just, she's barely hanging on at this point, but it's her go.
Okay, I'm going to do one more quick thing. I'm just going to do a second wind.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and go. I'm just going to roll the d10.
Thanks for your permission, butthole. You're gonna cast
God, fast.
Man.
Cure Wounds at level 3 on herself. Boink. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for what's your 17, 24. And then as her bonus action, she's going to cast Toll the Dead on Von Beck. Make a wisdom saving throw.
all right.
Cleric! I'm an evil cleric, what?
And then I get to add a D4 to that.
Yes. Nope, failed. I'm sorry. I love you. 4. Ooh, that's really good. I mean, that's horrible. Take 28 points of damage as a gong rings out in your ears that you feel like signifies your doom. 28 points, yeah. Odie.
Odie gonna stab.
I'm gonna stab a bitch. Stab a bitch. I'm gonna stab a bitch.
Did that hit?
Stab a bitch. Yes, just barely.
Stab good.
And then?
And then stab again.
Oh, that hits?
Stab
That's
even gooder.
Ow. Yeah, she's starting to look really hurt again, even after the healing. She's like, ugh. Just kind of fighting with like the last of her strength. Grix. That is my combat musical.
I'm going to cast Greater Invisibility on... no, you know what? I think we'll be all right. I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to just do that Fireball again as a quickened action, as a quickened spell. And, although Helbis might have moved herself inside of it.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I moved there.
Were you thinking you were going to go take out the archers? Because it's smart to go kill them.
It is.
Yeah.
I can hit... Well, if I can't do a safe fireball, then I'm going to cast, as a quickened spell, I'm going to cast Disintegrate.
No, you should be
On-
able to cast it on.
I can hit 2 of them, but I don't feel it's efficient enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to Disintegrate this person here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And they get
It's a what saving throw?
a Dex saving throw to take half.
Okay. Boink. Fails.
Ooh. Ooh. Yay. Yes. Disintegrate. There. And then damage.
39.
Yeah.
This green ray appears on your finger and it feels like in slow motion reaches out and just grabs the chest of this woman in this almost blackened armor, and you see her for a moment like try and gasp for breath, but all that comes out is ash. And as she does, from the inside out, you see her body turn into nothing and blow away on the wind.
Yes. The beauty.
And then Toll the Dead on, I guess, this one up here.
Okay. It's a
That one's
wisdom?
been injured before, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Did not save.
All right, cool. And then 26.
Oh yeah, goes down as like blood starts pouring out of his eyes and mouth and nose. And
That's for shooting me.
Bleh. All right, it's the archers go, and they start to run. 10, 15,
Yeah!
20. They're archers. 49, 50, 55, 60. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Here for 60. Okay. Doink. All right, there we go. Helbus.
Well, this kind of puts a damper on my plan.
No! No! No!
Come back!
Let them run. They'll live to tell the tale.
No, we can't let them get away. What if they return and lie to the Black Wind?
It'll take way too long for me to catch up to them.
He's back that way. They're going the wrong direction, I think. I'm not the best navigator.
Well, we better get back before they do.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna disengage.
This could
I'm not gonna
be...
chase them. It's by the time I get up there, they'll running ahead.
As you guys are having this conversation, you hear this clapping. Well done! Very well done, my friends! And off the ridges come what looks to be 20 or so archers, all wearing this incredibly ornate silvered armor. And then one man, tall, maybe 7 foot tall, hops off the ridge, this top ridge here, and starts walking down towards you guys. You did quite well dispatching them. I think you'll do quite nicely. And that's where we're going to take a break,
Ah,
as it's cat feeding time. We will be right back. That is not a euphemism. We'll be right back, guys. Stay tuned for the second half of The Necromancers Gambit, Part 2.
You read my mind, Shan.
Yeah.
Microphone now. I don't know if they can hear us or not yet, but I'm pretty bad. They probably can. Okay, so it's fine. And we're back. Hey, team.
Hello.
What's going on? Burp, burp. Are y'all ready for this? You got me stuck in the head now. All right. When last we left our intrepid adventurers just moments ago, they survived an ambush by some folks who were part of the Ebon Tide, who seemed not so much to like the fact that they were in the town of Knockrickton trying to figure out what was going on with a whole bunch of undead baddies, and so ambushed the party on the way back to Hamburg. Once the ambush had completed, a strange-looking tall man with something like 20 archers steps out of the woods on either side of the path that they were walking down, clapped and said, "Well done. I think you'll do nicely." And that is where we meet our adventurers now.
Do nicely for what?
I'm getting my notes up. Sorry. Okay, yeah, there we go.
Are these those outriders they talked about, or something else?
These do
Well,
not
I
look
don't-
like outriders.
I don't think it's
Okay.
a welcoming committee. I think they're mocking us.
No, I'm not mocking you at all. I am Marcellus. I'm not Marcellus. Oh, God. Why are my notes wrong?
Marcellus Wallace.
What's going on there?
Identity crisis.
I'm having an identity crisis. One moment,
Does Marcellus
please.
Wallace look like a bitch?
Then why you gotta treat
Does
him
he
like a
look
bitch?
like a bitch? Oh, good
Okay.
movie.
Wow. Yeah, I am Thranduil. That's right. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I apparently had the wrong set of notes up. Really funny. I am... I run 3 games. Sometimes the wrong thing comes up. I am Thranduil.
Rewind. Right.
And I, my lovely adventurers, I may have a proposition for you. He flashes you this winning smile with a glint in his eyes and says, yes, I think you'll do quite well.
And why in the feck would we listen to what you have to say?
Because I think it may profit both of us. I, you see, am part of the Sindare Combine. We are a group of Elventiri who want to come back into this world, but the elders of our tribe simply won't allow it. So I've taken it upon myself to prove to them that not only can we be members of this brave new world, but we can be fruitful partners with our neighbors to the north.
And all of
Yes.
you are elves.
Aye. All of us are elves, short man, and he says it. He tries to mock your accent a little bit.
Well, you won't be making any friends acting all elvish, mocking our height, mocking our accent. So
We come
step
of-
1, if you want to integrate with the people of the north, you'll wipe that smug, dirty smile off your feckin' face and don't make fun of us.
But we come with a gift, my friend. I'm sorry. It maybe perhaps our comedy is different than yours. We come with a
Perhaps
gift.
so.
At this very moment, those brigands in Knockrickton Keep should be being slaughtered to a man. We hope this will help in our endeavors, as it's one less band of unsavories, and more importantly, beneath Knockrickton Keep, and frankly beneath much of Knockrickton itself, lies an ancient elven complex. A conclave of elvish necromancers sought there to build and reinforce their power, and it took the combined might of your empire and ours in the elder days to entomb them and lock them in their dangerous magics. Thus, folks like those brigands should not have been dealing with it, and by vouchsafing it, we hope to provide an olive branch to the people of Hamburg. Moreover, I believe that we can actually recover some of the artifacts that have been hanging there in order to reseal the magics that I believe are causing this problem.
So let me get this straight, fancy elf guy.
Yes.
You just slaughtered the people we were trying to help.
They were brigands.
Now, they did turn on us after all. I mean, I can't hold that against him, but so far.
Yeah.
Although, I'm not entirely sure the Blackwind was rotten to his core. Maybe the people who served him.
If perhaps a message could be sent to keep him alive. And
He's our
those he
leader.
holds
Why would we
close.
want to keep him alive?
He's a friend of the bard. What's his
Starry.
name? Yes.
Mysteria?
Oh, yes, I know him. He's an interesting person, isn't he?
Interesting to say the least.
One moment, I will send a message. And he like does this little incantation. And you see this little like spark of energy fly off. And those of you who know how to cast know that it is ascending was just sent. There, I have told my captain at the keep to not slaughter this man should they find him alive, and if it is not too late, of course.
You can always take back an order like that. You can never take back a sword stroke.
Of course. Well, there are plenty of magics that can take back a sword stroke. I don't know what you mean.
I mean, it's a lot easier to kill than it is to unkill.
I would say
At
that's
least in
correct,
the
yes.
good way.
Look, I come with a proposition. Would you like to hear the proposition, or we can talk more about the theory of magic? I'll leave it to you.
Well, you're all dressed up. You might as well tell us what you came here to tell us.
Yeah, Von Beck agrees with Grunts and agree with Rainer. He's basically holding his wounds together and trying to keep from bleeding out.
Hang on one moment. I am here to help. I know our ways are very different than yours, and apparently I have already rubbed you the wrong way, for which I apologize. I have lived among the Elven Interior my whole life and haven't interacted with the other folk of this region for 25 years at this point. And while my memory is long, my social interactions have not been with your kind, so please. And then he casts Mass Healing Word at level 9. So go ahead, everybody. If you lost hit points, your hit points are back.
Oh, nice.
It's
Yes.
really hard to dislike this guy, even though I want to.
Mr. Elf, we
Yes.
like you now.
Oh, good. I'm not trying to be unreasonable. I'm just... We
All right.
have a problem, and I'm trying to solve it. To show
You're
to
being-
the world... Yes?
No, go ahead.
To show to the world that we Elven Interior can be trusted. Rooting out brigands and sealing back up some necromantic relics seems like a good way to do that. And to prove to my own elders, for that matter, because here's what's happening. Let me lay it out for you. So, as I said, our empire and your empire, 1,000 years ago, laid a geas over this elven tomb, where a number of necromancers had, we believe, lost their lives. But of course, as you know, they have phylactery, and those phylactery keep their souls. So while we have kept them contained, their souls still exist, and those are key relics. The issue is, not having as much foresight as they should have had, our elders decided that the magic would hold as long as elf or man had lordship over that region. No one holds lordship over that region, and apparently it took about 20 years or so for the magic to wear off. Now, getting a hold of these phylacteries that we believe have been stolen would help us put them back in place, and then reseal the magic, especially if we can take back over Notrichton, and reinstall leadership that allows the gears to hold again. My forces are going into the city to pacify the undead that are there, and make sure not too much gets in the way, but having some adventurers such as yourself would be incredibly helpful in finding some of these artifacts. There are 3 in particular that I think might be troublesome for my men. And I was wondering if you would be able to help me find them.
Well, you know, we do have operating expenses.
I don't...
Helvis has an expensive palate. She likes to get drunk, but only on the finest of alcohols. Grix here, he's always in need of some new spell component. And those sideburns aren't so magnificent. on their own. They require a hefty and constant dosage of, I don't know, what is it, some sort of forming cream? And to be honest, I have no idea what Norton does in his free time. He gives me a bit of the willies. All I'm saying is, you show up, you tell us this grand story after insulting us a bit. You stand around with your archers, not looking terribly friendly, and then you ask us for help. We're prepared to help.
Yes.
All I'm saying is, there's got to be something in it for us.
Well, of course, anything you find that is not these relics in these places is yours to keep. Obviously. On top of that, what will you ask?
Well, I don't know. What do you...
Cultural exchange with perhaps some weaponry and magical trinkets of your kind.
I do believe that can be
seems like a
arranged.
good idea. What do you think, Iode? What would you have this Master Elf deliver to us if we're doing him such a grand favor?
Well, if it gets me to killing more plague touched, I'm good with anything, really.
Ah, Iode, we've talked about this. That's not how you negotiate. You don't make it seem like the thing they're asking you to do is the thing you do for free. I think what she meant to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, Iode, about 1,000 gold pieces each of us should be sufficient. Yep.
No, I just want to kill things.
Iode. Shh.
I guess at that point, Norden von Beck mentions it in Dwarvish. Iode, shut up. But so I guess von Beck, I pipe up to, as long with my colleagues, like Raynor speaks true as to what we needs of the party, but certain information can also be useful of a necromancer who operated, say about 15 years ago in the capital of Hamburg himself. I'm seeking information on the whereabouts of this necromancer.
If I have that information, I will gladly give it to you. The money is no problem at all. Now, as for the gifts of my people, I would need to get the okay of the Elventiri Council. But should we, together, make this place safe again for our kind, I'm sure they would say yes.
Aye.
Well, seems reasonable. What about you, Helbus?
I'm happy enough just to have some extra drink, of course, and some gold would be fine, and also any treasure that we come across seems reasonable enough to me. But whatever you all would like is, I support you fully. Just tell me where to point my battle axe and who needs healing, and I'll be there for you.
When the rain
Helbus
starts
only
to
needs
fall?
to know one thing. Where they are.
Yes!
And who's
Sorry.
in trouble?
Sorry.
So then have we come to an accord, my friends?
I think so. At least
Aye.
for myself.
I'm in.
Aye.
Well, I know you're Helbis. I mean, yes, I know you're Helbis. I know you're Iode. But who are you three? What are your names?
Well, I'll start then. The name's Raynor.
Rain.
You can call me Raynor, if it's easy enough for you.
Easy enough.
I am Norden von Beck.
I know the name Von Beck. Why do I know that name?
Very profitable establishment, and if you have been
Oh
keeping
yes,
touch-
they're Franziskaner. Oh yeah, they're good. You have the best beer, I think, in all of Hamburg. He affects a German accent. Yes, I remember visiting it long before the fall.
Yes, the very best beer in all of Hamburg.
Excellent. And you, smallest one.
I am Grix. I try to watch their back from magical things.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes, I do believe this will be an excellent partnership. Now, to business. There are 3 locations my studies have found that I believe hold relics that are of some import. Now, I have the exact description of one. Are you able to see magical influence through
Yes.
spellwork? Yes?
Yes.
Excellent. So you should be able to identify the other 2 when you come to them. They will be roiling with different sorts of magical energy. It'll be a raucous of everything from abjuration to necromancy to enchantment when you look at it. Very few things look like this, and so you should know them when you see them. The first, a hidden library under the old Knockrichten Guard Tower, is a very specific book hidden there called The Soul and How to Stretch It. I know it sounds better in Elven, but that's what it's called. The second, there is a room of secrets below a hidden crypt in the Knockrichten Cemetery containing a relic we believe to be a wood carving, but we're not entirely sure. And finally, a jewel stolen away by, no offense, Iodi, stolen away by the dwarves centuries ago and secreted away on a dwarven land ship, said to be currently wrecked somewhere in the northern reaches of Swamped Knot. Those are the 3 relics we seek. Should we be able to recover them with the work of my party as well, we should be able to reset the gears that keeps these energies in check.
Well, did you all get all that? I heard the
Yes,
hidden
it's been-
library,
Taking notes.
the soul and how to stretch it in the library beneath the guard tower. Who else heard it? Norden, what'd you get?
There's a jewel upon a wrecked dwarven land ship to the north.
The room
the
of
south.
secrets in the Nocturne Cemetery contains wood carving,
Yes.
supposedly. Those are the 3 artifacts: the
Yes.
jewel, the wood carving, and the book.
Yes. It's an amulet, we believe, but it is, it's a red amethyst, we believe, set in a golden locket.
You said you weren't sure about the wood carving. What
It
do you
was the-
mean?
Well, we don't know what it looks like. There is some description in the ancient histories of a bit of a practical joker of a wizard who captured his soul in one of these things.
Sounds like he really got someone with that joke.
But yes, library with a book, crypt with a wooden thing, broken land ship from dwarves with an amulet.
All right.
The 2
Well,
closest... Oh, go ahead.
All of you.
The 2 closest ones would either be the crypt or the library, and then on the far side of town, to the south, is where Knockrichten or Swamp Knocked is, and so that's probably the furthest from you. Whatever order you want to tackle them in is up to you, but there's the city ones and then the one in the swamp.
All right.
Deal.
I'm particularly interested in the library. But yes, as far as I'm concerned, I approve of the deal, but I won't speak for my companions.
Iodi.
I don't trust elves.
Nor
I
should
do
you.
like treasure.
As you should.
I do want to kill things. So that's 2 out of 3. We're in the black. I'm in.
Excellent. Helbis.
Well, I personally believe that our everyone threatened by these plague touch. So whatever's the easiest way to go about this, maybe going in order of closest to farthest. And
But
then
you're
just
in.
making I'm in. Yes, we have to save lives. You know that I'm on board with that.
Excellent. Rowena, you already said yes. Good man. Grix, you already said yes. Good, small person. Bonbeck.
I am in. There's things that need to stay dead in this world, and I'm here to make sure that they do.
The deal is struck then. We move toward Knockrickton in the morning. Take the night to prepare yourselves and give us about an hour or two before you head into the city so we can start cleaning up the mess and make your way forward a bit easier.
Aye.
Excellent.
All right.
And with
Okay.
that, they kind of fade off into the woods in that very elven way.
If I didn't need the rest before, I sure as heck do now.
I think we could all stand to rest. Drink a bit of that wine we got.
Are people just gonna keep showing up and offering us deals and we're gonna say yes? Are we errand boys now?
Well, that's why I was trying to negotiate to get things out. You see, you tipped your hand too early.
I didn't take my hand. I'm sticking to what I promised. I killed the plague touched.
And you do a good job of that. I can't fault you there.
Look, let's finish what we were doing. We wanted to speak with the man at the bookstore because he was going to pay us. I don't know how that's going to work now with the whole brigands being wiped
Oh.
out thing, but we'll talk with him. And I really, really need to take a rest.
All right. Then shall we head to the bindery? We could still probably get there at a decent time.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Aye.
I ain't all for it.
Alright. You're only about 2 hours away and the road is clear for you. You make it with very good time and knowing the words to speak and now being a known presence, the bindery appears in front of you. Quiet because it's nighttime. You still smell the sulfur because that's never going to go away, but there's no machinery going off. You don't hear the presses working.
I knock on the door.
Just a moment, you hear from behind the door. It opens and it's Wistari again, and he's kind of in like a nightcap that's kind of pointed and back, and he's got like kind of a green his jammies on. And he goes, "Oh, back so soon, are ya?"
Yeah, could we crash here? Thank you very much.
And I would walk in between his legs and go inside.
Oh, aye, of course you can, but aren't you on a job for me right now?
Well, which one of you want to explain to him exactly what went down?
I'll do it. So we
All
were
right, but
originally...
Iode, remember, put some polish on it. Go ahead.
So, forth we went to the Blackwind, and I'll be honest, shit really hit the fan. His lieutenants betrayed him, and then we stabbed them, and then there were some elves that knew you, said you were quite the character, and
that I am, yes.
and then, we tried to save the Blackwind. Don't know how well that worked out. Now we're really, really fucking tired and would like to sleep.
Yeah,
Okay,
long
well-
story short, all the brigands are dead. Not our fault.
Oh, there was also an army of brigands. Left that part out.
All
Oh
right.
yes, his
You all are the feckin' worst storytellers I've ever met.
I'm no
Ah.
bard. I did my best.
What they mean to say, Master Vistari, is that we arrived, and it was contentious. The guards didn't know who we were, but naturally, being the wordsmith I am, talked them into granting us an audience with Vistari. He'd kind of look around for approval on his version of the story so far.
I guess Bob back knowing Raider just like keep going.
And audience we were granted with him. Now, I knew that his lieutenants were certainly up to something. Couldn't uncover what. I do believe that he was a good man. But those lieutenants, well, they're from Bilgewater. They want nothing more than to play a bit of the cutty-throaty and make a bit of coin. So naturally, they betrayed us on the road, heading to Homburg, where the Blackwind wanted us, on his behalf, to speak to the Duke himself. Naturally, as a friend of the Duke's, I volunteered. It was no big deal. But then, as Iode so elegantly put it, we were ambushed by some brigands. His lieutenants turned on us. And, as luck would have it, they all feckin' died and we walked away just fine. And that's when it got interesting. For immediately after that, that's when the elves showed up.
My people showed up.
You would hear
That they
Grix
did.
has fallen asleep in the background. He's snoring.
And Iota's
Yeah, I
just
think-
mumbling, fucking full of bullshit. Stupid. I told it better.
The story definitely takes a full 15 minutes
Yeah.
with all the embellishments.
I
But
gotcha.
he would then relay the rest of what happened, including
sure.
the insults. He would spend a long time on the insult.
Okay.
Hobus has finished the water skin full of iron.
You're a little drunk. It's good wine. It's good wine. You're a little tipsy. This
You
is
should have asked the
I
elves
had
for
to do
wine.
something during that story.
Tell me about it. If you ever want to write a chapbook, you certainly got a gift for putting too many words together. Page count's all that matters. I like it.
Well, I've always had a bit of the, Well, I can't cast magic, but I can do a little something with words, isn't that right? Isn't that right, Grix? Tell him. He's fallen asleep again in the middle of one of my stories.
That means you need to work on your storytelling. Alright, so sounds like there's a problem. I know of this conclave. They're a bit of a group of outsiders, but it sounds like they're trying to do the right thing, which is good. I don't necessarily approve of their methods. Slaughtering all of them when they could have been an asset, the Blackwind's men, seems to be problematic to me. However, if he offered to pay you, and if he actually offered to go to the Elvenary Council to get you artifacts, I believe he must be on the level. I don't know the man personally, but however, I can't imagine there's a nefarious undertone to this. Those of us who don't interact with your folk regularly tend to not know how to, and then try a bunch of different things to try and see if it works, you see. So, I don't believe he was insulting you intentionally. I just believe he didn't know how to talk to regular people.
I understand how that works. Definitely. Done that before.
I suppose not all of us can be blessed with social graces.
I know
Isn't
what
that
you
right?
mean.
So, you want to stay here tonight and then go down
Well,
into
if
the
it
fortune
wouldn't be
tomorrow?
too much of a bother. I mean, you could turn us back out into the rain here after
No,
dark.
no, of course you have a place to stay here. You fulfilled your end of the bargain, and so here is your money.
Oh, well, thank you
And
very
it
much.
Pushes the money over to you. Please, my place is yours.
You're
Have
very
a
kind.
sleep. Be up early and be out and get this done, because it sounds important.
That it does.
And now I'm going back to bed.
You have a word. Sleep, sweet dreams.
You too, Hunter. And then he gets up and walks back.
How much
Good
money?
night, strange elf man.
I think he said 3,000 gold. It's
Ooh,
3,000, right?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Yeah,
I
sure.
have the notes somewhere.
Yeah.
2,000 gold apiece. 2,000 gold apiece. Which is way more than
2,000
3,000
apiece.
gold. Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Iota's just gonna take her share and give it to Grix.
Thank you.
And with that, unless there's anything else, the night passes uneventfully. And you
I
wake
guess we all.
Hmm?
Nice. I guess we all just bed down, cook a meal, and
Sweet.
Wait. Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
Night passes with a well-cooked meal by Von Beck, showing his tavern keeper side. Morning comes early. What do you guys do?
I guess showing my tavern keeper side. I guess I prepare breakfast again. Sausages and other stuff that was able to hardtack, stuff that can stay in a bag of holding without spoiling.
For sure.
Yeah.
I like that you're not only a man of great influence and privilege, but also man of the people. You
Thank
know your way around a tavern. You've worked. I respect that.
I spent many of the evenings helping my parents and my aunts and uncles running the keep. Just meet a few people and talk a few, learn a few tricks. And also it's good information gathering too.
So Helda spends a good 10 minutes putting her armor back on.
Yeah.
Clink, 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 clink.
It's like a montage.
You need a montage.
You need a montage. My name is Montage.
Grix would help.
Yeah.
Using Mage Hand to lift up pieces.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you. I'm pretty hungover from that wine, so thank you. I appreciate that.
Coyote
You've got
would
to
just be
learn to
standing
pace
back
yourself.
saying, you're good, you're good to the left, you're good, you're good.
Nope, little up on the left pauldron. There you go.
Hold it. Now to the left.
Hey, Helbis, I was thinking, next time we see those elves, you should ask them for wine.
That's that. I didn't get a chance to, but that's a great idea. I will for sure.
They live, for a long time, right? So it must be super aged.
That's a good point. That's got some
Damn. Probably means it's turned to vinegar. And I wouldn't even be surprised if elves drank vinegar.
Nah, they're not tough enough for it.
If you didn't tell Helbis, she'd probably drink it before she tasted it anyway.
That is true.
It's not wrong.
As you guys finish your preparations and your banter, you're off on the road.
Did
Heading
we
down-
decide we were? Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. What's your question?
Nope. Just wanting to clarify. Did we decide we were going to get the book first or the cemetery, the wood carving? I can't remember which was closest.
I think it was... Oh, well, I don't know now, because that was before we traveled 2 hours back up the road. What is closest, Throck?
So the cemetery is, if you're coming in from the north, the cemetery is probably the closest, but it's going to depend on how bad the ruins are. The two that are mostly equidistant are the tower and the graveyard. The Dwarven Landship, if you take a look at the map, right, so Knockrichten is here, and then this is the northern swamp Noct, right? So two of your artifacts are actually in town, and one of them is kind of on the edge of the swamp somewhere.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Then,
So
yeah, I think...
either one of those first two should be relatively quick to get to.
Alright, well, which one? Why don't you pick, Master Grix? Which one?
Well, I'm interested possibly in the books in the library. We might find some useful information there. This is from the time back when the Necromancers had power. Perhaps we can learn a little bit about them. Help ourselves now.
Well, that seems like it's good enough reason for me. What about the rest of you?
Aye, knowledge is power.
I'm not one for books, but if Grix wants to go, I'm in.
I'm happy to go to the books first.
All right. So y'all head down into Knockrichten. New music. Okay. The sounds of combat. As you first travel through familiar territory, you move past the Cairnlands, and smoke rises now from where the Knockrichten Keep was. But knowing that you're on a timeline, you pass by it, and as you enter into town, sounds of combat reverberate through the streets as you move through the ruins. This was once a prosperous mining town. The buildings here, though, are uniquely ruined. Piles of stone and timber mark places that were once homes to family, while some few buildings stand. All are in states of disrepair. Many are missing walls, roofs, or simply consist of a single corner with one window keeping silent watch on the dark streets. The bodies of rotten corpses and the detritus of years, from moldering carts to scattered rubble and forgotten mementos of a city dead for 20 years, litter the roads as you move through town. making your way into essentially the center of town, you come to a ruined courtyard. There are signs that 3 towers once stood here, though none of them are remaining. None of the remaining tower walls stand more than 20 feet high or so. There was a center tower that was the tallest of the 3 structures, but it's now only rubble. Those of you who have remembrance of the time before the Plague Touch came knew that this was the Guard Keep. This was one of the larger facilities within the city itself. So you find yourself in this open courtyard with these 3 broken towers in front of you. What do you do?
I guess, would I feel any undead? Like,
Yes.
ping on any undead in here?
Everywhere. You're getting pings from all over the place. And blink, 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 blink.
I guys, keep your wits about you, cause it could get nasty here real soon.
Yes. Helbus, may I continue that ride that I was doing before? I think on your shoulders might be the safest place I could find.
Sure, but try not to grab onto my hair too much because I have a pretty bad headache.
All right.
And I'm gonna sit on her shoulders and like braid her hair.
Aww.
Adorable.
Make a brain check.
I want fan art of that, by the way. I know we don't have enough fans to have fan art, but I want fan art of that.
Someone could just like draw a kobold braiding a power. That'd be sweet.
That
Are
would
you
be
super
pretty good.
cute? Yeah. So yeah, you guys are looking for a hidden library somewhere underneath this rubble.
Detect magic.
Oh, okay, good on you.
For sure. You're not getting any real pings, except as you look down, obviously there's something reverberating back at you from down there, but it's pretty far away underneath whatever's happening here. There's definitely magic down there somewhere.
Can I use my my stone cunning feature to notice anything about the wreckage?
Nice. Absolutely you may. One of the things you notice, as you're taking a look around, go ahead and make me, actually, because it's of Elven make and not of Dwarven make, I want you to just make me a quick perception check with advantage.
All right. Perception. Oh, please go well.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay, so
Yay!
as you guys are kind of casting about looking for a way in, Iota, you notice that there's a just perfectly cut square rock sitting behind a perfectly cut square hole in the ground. It goes down about 20 feet, 25 feet, and you have dark vision so you can see the bottom, but at the bottom of this 25-foot pit, there's a staircase.
Hey guys, I found something.
Before we enter, may I cast or use Detect Good and Evil just in case there's something down there?
For sure. It's cast. What's the range on that?
One moment, please.
I guess, do we know this, was this library, or in this...
30 feet.
You only detect the good of your friends unless some of them are neutral, and then you detect... Well, you detect no celestial... What is it? You detect no celestial fiend or fae near you.
Okay. I'm going to concentrate on it for... Well, I have up to 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, Thrak, in this world, would the elves be considered fae?
No, they're not a fae creature type.
Okay.
Yeah. Although their blood is... So I was looking at chat, sorry. Although they do have a spiritual connection to the fae.
Okay. So, I guess with my background, being a blood hunter, would I know anything about, like, how they would hide things and secret passages?
No more than the average rumor, I think. Given what you tend to hunt isn't elven, I would imagine. you know that they are rumored to be tricksy and cunning and liars and all that sort of stuff, right? The stuff that people always say about elves, but nothing really specific beyond that.
Okay. I guess I just keep poking around, looking at different stuff, trying to help everybody find this secret entrance, if there is one.
Yep.
Well, Iode found that hole in the stairway. It's a bit of a drop.
Iode jumps down.
I mean, it's 25-foot drop. Make me
Yeah, I have the ring of feather falling, so I
Oh,
fall
yeah.
real slow.
That's right.
Well, there's Iode for you, jumping in any old hole she could find.
Yep. So yeah, you are at the top of a 5-foot wide but very intricately carved stone staircase.
Hey, you
That kind of
guys,
spirals down.
this is
Alright.
made really well. Like,
Get ready to catch me. I'm coming down.
I got you.
Helbus is going to attempt a really awkward descent. Apparently, 25 feet down in armor.
Ow!
Just very
Alright.
stiff movements.
So I love that you guys are just jumping into this thing. Okay, so if you're just jumping down the hole, make me an athletics
have-
check.
Cast Detect Good and Evil.
You do.
All right, but I would try to jump into Iode's arms
Okay.
because I'm tiny.
So Rusher.
Make your athletics check.
I guess
Hey!
Or acrobatics.
Acrobatics, for sure, would also be fine.
Nice.
Get
Iode
that,
is
Helbus,
strong
you
like
did great.
mountain.
Guess Von Beck's going to be the last one to get down the hole. He just shakes his head as he watches everybody just jump.
Damn, these rolls.
Have you guys ever heard of rope? I'm just wondering.
I don't
and then
have this
Grix.
rope.
I
Maybe
have
you
a
haven't
ring
met
of
the
feather
Helm
falling.
I'm on
I
Helbus'
wanna be
shoulders.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
I never got off.
Can I descend by clicking my movable rod? Like, click it, stop, fall, click it, stop, fall. click
Yes,
it,
you may.
Stop, fall.
Yes, you may. Of course you may, because that's what the movable rods are for. Smart. All right. So, Helbus, you're going to take 2 points of damage because you are in heavy armor from making the drop. But you also do like this sweet ass 3-point landing. You just kind of sprained your wrist a little bit doing it.
Also, I totally have ropes. So.
I know. You guys were like, fuck it, I'm just going to jump down. So, fuck it.
Well, I have the ring of feather falling, and I'm like, you know what? I have to use it. I want to look cool.
No, for sure. I'm not judging. I'm just
I
saying
want to
this.
be cool.
Hey,
I
Rainer
wanna be
just has
cool, you
trust in his
guys.
friends, all right?
And you do successfully land, not in her arms, but on her shoulders. And like with your legs. So it's just this perfect.
I think he'd do the old, like, on her head, just a
Yeah.
friendly pat. Like,
Yep.
Thanks for standing there. And then he'll hop off.
Awesome. All right, so you guys find yourself at the top of this very narrow staircase.
All right.
It
Alright.
kind
Well,
of
we're
circles
here.
down.
Finally, we're getting into my territory.
Iode's gonna pull out her sword, say Ingri, and then it lights up. So it lights up about 10 feet in front of us with
Nice.
actually usable light, and then 10 feet beyond that with actually like dim light.
Okay. Yep, for sure. And yeah, you guys make your way down quite easily, and at the bottom of the stairs is an old ornate wooden door with glyphs inscribed in it. The glyphs seem inert, and the door is slightly ajar.
Uh-oh.
Stone door or wooden door?
It's wooden. It's an old ornate wooden door with
I
like
think I should-
carvings in it and like magical glyphs, but the glyphs don't seem to be on.
I think
Could
I
be
should go in
dangerous.
first, considering I have the detection and I am pretty spongy, except for apparently not being able to land on my feet.
It was a cool
Um,
like superhero landing. It's just
But
you
I broke
sprained
my
your-
wrist,
your-
so
Yeah. You broke my wrist.
so assuming I don't detect anything, I'm gonna go through the door.
Okay. Yeah, as you open it, the hallway itself is lit by torches about every 10 feet down. You enter into a grand hallway. It's 35 feet wide and stretches off into the distance. As you enter, torches on either side of the door light themselves as you move past. More torches are actually every 20 feet along the hallway, light in succession as your party moves down. At the far end, about 150 feet away, another door stands open slightly. Between you and that door, there's trophies on the walls. Some are grisly, there are bones, some are weapons, some are small, some are personal effects like a wooden pipe or a wizard hat. The largest of these trophies is a skull of a black dragon, which sits right in the center of the hallway, and across from it is a wooden pipe, as though it had equal importance.
Yes. Can I take a look around, see if I see anything seems out of ordinary?
Yeah,
So you said
go ahead.
pipe like smoking pipe?
Yeah.
Or-
yeah. Alright.
I take it. I put it in my
No.
mouth.
Chris.
Okay.
Does
And I
anything
use
bad happen?
prestidigitation. I cast a small flame and light the pipe.
Okay.
Does anything horrible happen?
Not yet.
You said there's weapons upon the walls as trophies here?
Yeah, there's weapons, there's all sorts of stuff. It's like trophies, right? It's like I have this wizard hat over here, I have this pipe someone just stole, I have this black dragon skull. Oh hey, look at these neat set of bones that I have. Look at these weapons that I've collected.
Guys, I don't think we should touch anything. I feel like this is a bad idea. Going with my
Well.
gut. Stop touching things.
Yeah.
Thorondil did say we could keep.
Whatever we found was ours. And I'm taking this pipe here.
Ugh.
Well, if he has the pipe, then I want. I'll take that wizard's hat.
Okay.
What are you gonna do with a wizard's hat?
Well, style it.
It's like while they're all admiring the trophies, it's like, can I take the 10 minutes to meditate on that dragon skull, to like using my grim psychometry?
Yeah, for sure if you want.
So it's gonna be a
It's up to your party if they're gonna stay in this room for 10 minutes. I think you're totally cool to do it, but you know.
I don't like it when you say things like this.
So what is the way forward? Remind me, like the way forward out of where we're at.
The other door.
The other door.
Other door? Okay, got
The
it.
other end
Okay.
of the hallway, yeah.
Just so you know, after 10 minutes, my detect good and evil runs out. So
Let's grab stuff on our way out. Let's go forward now.
Well, can't
Well,
argue with her logic.
Except what if the place is collapsing or something as we run out? I would have lost this wonderful pipe.
maybe the place would be collapsing because you touched the pipe.
Oh,
Can't argue with anyone's logic. Maybe we should just move along.
Yes, please.
So I guess Flyback follows them, but he's still something just doesn't seem right about with that dragon skull and some of the other things. It's kind of
It's just a skull, right? No, not the rest of it, right?
No, it's just the skull.
Okay.
I'm not too concerned. If it comes back to life, it shouldn't be too hard to put down.
Okay. So you guys head down the hallway, yeah?
Yeah.
I think we need 20 more minutes to go through these items. Yes.
It's up to you guys. It's your game. I'm just game mastering it. All the choices are yours. Okay. As you make your way down to the door, you hear speaking coming from the other side, and Helbis, you sense a fiend on the other side of the door, and you hear this. No, that's not it. No, I mean, interesting and grand, but nope, nope.
I'm
Kick the
gonna
door down, Elvis. Let's go
whisper.
get him.
There's a fiend nearby.
I would cast message to make sure to relay that message to make sure everyone in the party knows that.
So you would cast it 5 times, 4 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a cantrip, so.
Oh, that's a cantrip. Okay, I was thinking sending. I'm sorry.
No. It's only up to like people I can see directly.
Okay.
See. I can send the message to each of them.
Yep. Cool.
So the fiend is.
Oh, make a
in
wild
the-
magic check.
That's below.
Not
it doesn't
anymore.
come in for. Okay. Okay.
5e, baby.
No.
Yeah.
It has more
No,
to do with the
it's-
pipe than anything else.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
awesome! It's a 9. It goes in on a 1. So
Okay.
Okay.
So from now on, when you make wild magic checks, as long as you're carrying that, you must make a wild magic check every time you cast, and you always subtract 5.
ooh,
FYI.
I'm keeping it.
Oh, no.
Hmm.
So, let me get clarification. The
Yes.
location of the fiend is.
On the other side of the door, sitting down.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Is this door open or locked?
Just a crack.
Iode's
And-
gonna like peek through the crack.
You see a
Arrow
male.
in the teeth. Arrow knocked.
You see a male poring over books behind a desk, in a room that looks like a well-appointed study.
All right.
Do I
I-
recognize the man at all?
A human male. You do not. Kind of nondescript, actually. Brown hair, brown eyes. No beard, no goatee, no facial hair. Thin, but not too thin. Wearing a red shirt and a tan vest and black pants.
He is the granola Goldilocks. This whole freaking dungeon.
Yeah, right.
I was gonna say, can I supernatural surge, basically shift into the spectral realm and walk through the door to gauge, basically scout the room out?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, so I basically become a specter, and I can walk through. I can walk through objects. It's basically it would last in a combat round. It would last a turn, and so I can
It'll-
walk through. I'll walk through the door, basically take a look around, see what I can see in the room there, try to see what the Iode spotted is doing. So,
Absolutely. Does it grant you any additional perception sorts of based stuff?
it does not. It just says you briefly step into the spirit world. It's like you can walk through objects, creatures, and whatnot. And so it's basically as
Yeah.
an attack, kind of like an evasive.
Yeah,
like,
so essentially you can step in and step out. I got you.
Mhm.
All right, yeah, so you were able to step in. The minute you do, this gentleman looks up at you, looks you right in the eyes, and goes, I can see you doing that. I'm not gonna fight you.
Aye, then who are you then?
And by this point, it's stopped and you're in normal human form, because it's only 6 seconds.
And then who are you then? I guess I would have backed in and backed out. So,
Yeah, True Sight's a bitch. I'm Tirodu.
so.
What's your name?
Northern
The rest
Von
of
Beck.
us, rest of us hear this happening. Would probably join in a second.
Yeah, you hear that. You go, I can see you. You don't have to do that. I'm not gonna fight you.
We should
Right.
join our friend.
hmm
Aye.
I guess I introduced myself as Northern Von Beck. He said we're tasked on finding some certain artifacts in order to prevent the plague touch from coming back again.
Oh, is that the problem you guys are having here? Huh. Okay.
Exactly how long have you been down here?
15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. Just popped in, pop out again soon, I guess. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for something else entirely, so we're apparently not here at cross purposes. Actually, there is another library under this paltry little thing, but due to my very specific nature, I'm not allowed in there.
What's your specific nature?
I'm just not from here. I'm from elsewhere. You probably never heard of it. It's a place called Sigil. Has nothing to do with this weird, small backwater place. It's just it's a big city, far away.
How did you get here?
I thought really hard about it, wiggled my fingers, said some words, and here I came. You know, magic.
Why this place?
So let me make you a deal before I tell you that. If you go in and get this specific spell for me, then I will tell you where the secret door in this room is.
I like that deal. I like that deal.
All right.
Just
What do you think, Helbus?
Wait.
You told me he was a fiend.
He's totally a
Helbus.
fiend. He's evil.
Yeah.
Can we really trust him?
I mean, don't you think we could just stumble across the our own eventually?
Can Ioti look around the room and see if there's any like secret nooks and crannies in the stone walls?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Alright. Because I don't like the looks of this shady motherfucker.
Mm-mm.
You
Or,
don't even
invi-
tell us
yeah.
why he's in this particular.
No, you don't see it.
Medicine, what?
Oh.
That's not what I clicked at all.
He looks healthy.
No, you don't notice any sort of secret door in here at all.
Would I be able to ask him in Abyssal, who are you really and why are you here?
Hmm.
Oh, and he responds in Abyssal. I am really here looking for a spell, and I am really me. It's just when I look like this, I'm not so off-putting.
I guess, I don't know, guys. Maybe we should hear what he has to say before any hope. Looking
you
for
know-
this.
I just realized I can actually sweeten the pot for you a little bit. I have this tome, and he puts it up. It's what would it be in your language? A tome of leadership and influence. It allows one to be better at those things. Should you recover what I need? Keep whatever else is down there because I don't really care. I'm looking for one spell only. And you can have this book. I've already used it. Long enough ago that it should probably still work again. Wait. Yes.
I mean, the book
What
doesn't
do you
interest
say, Helbus?
so much. What interests me is the book we were sent here for, or the Soul and How to Stretch It book, which I'm assuming must be in the door that we cannot find. That he apparently knows where in this room it's located.
This book will make you far more charismatic. You read it. It has some properties to it. It's not just a book. It's a magical book.
What kind of spell are you looking for that you can't just get yourself?
So there's a very rare magic that allows one to make a copy of themselves. Now, I'm not interested in making a copy of myself. I am plenty awesome all by myself. And having a copy of myself means I'd be competing with me, and that creates all sorts of problems. I just want to sell it for money back home. Because it's not a lot of people have this spell. Anybody who is trained in Arcana can make an Arcana check. Or who is
Okay.
proficient in Arcana can make an Arcana check when he mentions this.
Yeah, I'm proficient. Or it's one of my skills.
18.
14.
Grix, you realize he's probably talking about a simulacrum spell?
Couldn't we just pay you to show us where?
What? But I'm giving you something in return. I mean, I guess. But
No, he's making us a good deal, I think. But it is up to you if you all feel that it is responsible to hand over additional power to him. I personally feel alright with it.
it's a square deal,
I-
guys.
I don't trust him.
I mean, the thing is, the door is literally... So, not being from your material plane, and being from a different material plane. Do you guys know what planes are? Anybody know what a plane is?
I got it, yeah.
You know that there are other existences outside of your existence, right? Okay, so not being from your plane means I'm not allowed to go down there. It's warded against people like me.
That sure is unfortunate for you, then.
Yeah, but
I
you
don't
guys showed
know.
up.
What do you say, Helbus? My gut tells me never to trust a devil like him.
I'm
What?
not a devil.
You're a fiend.
I'm
Forgive me.
technically a fiend, but I'm definitely not a devil.
And what would you do with the spell that's down there?
I would sell it for a lot of money
Oh, right.
on a whole different plane that will never affect you ever. Unless you choose to come to Sigil, which you should. It's
Who
really
would-
awesome.
Who would buy such a spell?
Lots and lots of different mages who want to be able to make copies of themselves. Because they're idiots. But I'll take their money.
So being able to make copies of themselves, I don't... Terrible spell to have mysterious hands. And I suppose here to get this with, find our way downstairs, which is probably where we can find what we're looking for. So
Yes.
yes.
Could you nudge us in the right direction?
I'm gonna tell you if you take my deal.
We
Fine.
yes.
Fine.
Hey, awesome. All right, so we have a deal.
I don't
Ladies
know,
and gentlemen,
Velvet, it's just-
so if you take a look at that bookshelf over there, if you pull the third book over, the one about the horns, except it's not really about horns, an allegory for sex between different races that can't technically procreate. If you pull that book, a door should open up that leads down some stairs, and you should find yourself there. Might be trapped. I can't even touch it, but it might be trapped.
Well, that's nice of you.
Ione,
warn us.
you're up.
I physically can't put my hands on it to look, right? Like, so, I don't know. But if I were to build a place like this, I would trap that thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, all right then.
Yeah.
Coyote
Good for
nominates you
traps.
to take the lead.
He spits in his hand and puts it out.
I'm not touching that.
I hold my hand out, reaching across, and yeah.
Excellent.
All right, well, I will follow Ione, I think.
All right, I
case.
guess I'm going first. I pull the book.
You just pull the book.
Yep.
Okay.
Why do you say it like that? What the?
It should be fine.
I literally told you it was okay. As you pull the book, gas starts spewing out of the bookshelf itself. I need everyone to make a saving throw for me. I need to look up what it is real quick.
Oh, Vic.
What kind of
Is
saving
it
throw?
poison?
No, well, maybe.
I thought you meant it would be trapped once we got down there.
He said, I'm pretty sure the door was... It's cool.
I'm gonna really quick glance over and see if he's affected by this at all.
For sure. I have no idea if he's affected. We'll get to find out, though. That'll be fun.
Hey, Thrak, what
It's
kind
a
of saving throw?
constitution. It's a Constitution saving throw, DC 20.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Aww.
Is he immune to poison? It's poison, by the way. It is actually.
Oh,
poison
sweet.
damage.
So I should get advantage then, yeah?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll again.
Yay!
Damage resistance is cold fire, lightning, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical attacks. Immune to poison. Look at that. Okay. Sweet.
Ba-boom.
Yeah.
So wait, so it's trapped, resistant against the.
No. The guy is resistant to poison.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
No, I just mean weird. It's weird. It's a trap meant to keep him away, but yet it doesn't do anything that
it's
can
not
actually
meant to
hurt
keep.
him.
It's meant to, so just mechanically, it's warded against outsiders. The trap is for anyone who can touch it. Outsiders can't even touch it. So it's 5d8 poison damage to everyone.
So we roll 5d8?
No, I got it. 30 points of damage as the room fills with this horrible poison smoke. And he goes, I told you, I thought it might be trapped. I'm just saying.
This is fine.
He's like leaning back on the desk with his arms crossed and his feet. Seems unaffected by it.
You need to get yourself some deodorant.
But
Oh,
the door
ha,
does
ha.
open afterwards.
Okay. Oh, that was Hopefully this is worth it.
And the stairs spiral down. How are we doing this, guys? Who's going down? What's your order?
I guess I'm going first.
Okay.
And I'll go second.
Okay.
I'm on Helbeth.
I'll go third,
I guess
or maybe that makes me fourth, behind Helbus.
Von
Okay.
Beck's gonna bring up the rear.
All right. So, as you guys come down, a relatively narrow spiral staircase again, you find yourself here. Please tell me you all can see.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Ooh.
Aye.
This is an amazingly well-appointed or gorgeously carved sort of room that you find yourself in. The walls down here are all bookshelves, mostly still filled with books, as it kind of arcs away in either direction around you.
Oh, I could spend years in here.
I didn't know you could read.
That is very insulting,
It's an
especially to
honest
someone who
question.
just braided your hair.
That doesn't require being able to read. I honestly didn't know you read. I just didn't think you enjoyed reading, is what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
Moderate racism.
Von Beck just
Moderate
chuckles from the back of
racism.
the line. Just chuckles again.
Then,
The
all
order
right.
you're actually in now. All right. So, yeah, you guys are here in this library. Or in this part of the library.
Iote's gonna go over here and take a closer look at this statue.
It is a gorgeous-looking elvish female standing with a spear in one hand and some sort of bouquet of flowers, or sitting with some sort of bouquet of flowers in the other.
So is there like a librarian or like a Dewey Decimal behind this book?
A card
Hmm.
catalog.
Can't some of you find
Yeah.
magic? Doesn't magic jump out to your eyes or something? Rainer will start walking over. Is this desk accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll go up to the desk in the middle.
Oh, hang on. Oh, you guys can... Oh, shit. All right, so this is a wall here. You have to kind of come around
Yeah.
like this way.
Ew. I see.
Yeah. So the wall is this. I turned on dynamic lighting, but apparently it's not working. So yeah, wall here, this guy. And then it sweeps around to the south, and the entrance to that larger room is here.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
so you guys should feel free to go wherever you want. Because apparently you can see the whole map.
I thought it was one big room.
which is
So,
frustrating.
which all walls have
Uh,
bookshelves? Like all of them?
This interior wall here does. The Dewey
Okay.
Decimal System. And then as you come around, yeah, you see the desk here, and then these two other tables here on either side of it. And the interior of this room is also lined with books. Books.
Okay, so Iote goes up to the shelf. Does she notice any discernible like pattern in the placing of the books, like alphabetical or
Oh,
by
they're
author?
alphabetical. Yeah, they're alphabetical.
All right, then this should be easy to find. Wait, is it alphabetical in common or in Elvish?
It's alphabetical and common.
Okay, well this should be easy then.
All right. Well, we're looking for souls on how to stretch them.
You guys do that. I'll work on finding the other thing.
All right.
And I will hop down and start, looking through other ones. And also, I'm going to drink a potion
Of what?
because I'm hurt.
Oh, okay.
A potion of greater healing, if that's not too much of a waste.
Hmm.
I don't know if it is.
I could always just lay on hands, but it's up to you.
Lay your hands on me. Lay your hands on me.
I guess Von Beck would have followed Rainer to just keep an eye on a fellow.
For sure.
Keep an eye on a fellow compatriot. Make sure in this unknown library, nothing were to befoul of anybody.
So do you want us to roll perceptions?
No, this
Searching
would be
for this stuff?
investigation. It would be investigation. So anybody who's
Oh.
actively searching for stuff, give me an investigation check.
Gotta make sure I'm not on advantage anymore.
It's awful.
Man, you guys are smart.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
trying.
I got a
There's a lot of books,
Pretty long.
okay?
24 on mine.
Yeah, all right. So, Von Beck, you come into this main chamber with Raynor. You notice a couple of things popping out to you. First of all, on that main central table, there's a crystal bowl full of candies. 3 of them are light blue, 1 of them is orange with a white swirl, 1 is black, and 1 is yellow. Let me put that in chat because you might.
Are they stuck together in one big like?
No, wouldn't
glob,
that suck?
Yeah, they have to be really old
Like
candies.
grandma's candy.
They look fresh. Yeah, they look really nice actually. Very tasty. And then there's also a book open. Oh no, it's actually close. It's an ornate leather book with a dark blue crystal, and and let me describe everything before you tell me what you're going to do. There's a book with an ornate leather, with very ornate leather work and a dark blue crystal embedded on the cover that clearly is the book you came for because it says the light and how to swing it, the soul and how to stretch it. The light and how you swing it, by the way, is from World of Warcraft. It's a book from Shut Up. The soul and how to stretch it.
Nerd.
Yes.
I mean, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Can we really
Online.
judge?
Yeah. I love all of you so much. Yeah, it says in common on top and what you believe is probably Elven on the bottom, the soul and how to stretch it. On the scroll table, you find 3 scrolls, and you can cast magic, so you can read them. There is a programmed illusion, a force cage, and a doppelganger spell. And then, And then on the alchemy table, there's a number of potions, including a potion of invisibility, a potion of fly, and 4 potions of greater healing.
All right, so I guess I walk up. Bobek walks up and notices basically the potions, the scrolls, and he puts them in his bag of holding for later. But it's like, "Hey guys, I think I found the book," he yells out.
Good.
But there's some strange candies here as well, and pretty sure we're not supposed to take candy from strangers.
I wouldn't.
Candy.
Coyote
Coyote runs over. What kind of candy? Do we
so
know?
there-
Can I have some?
There are 3 light blue ones. There's
Right.
one with an orange and white swirl. There's 1 black one and 1 yellow one.
Okay, so one's black licorice, the other must be lemon, one has to be creamsicle, and then everyone's favorite blue raspberry.
Save me a lemon.
So we're totally gonna eat this candy, right? No one's gonna stop me? Someone gonna stop me?
Here we are in a library,
All of it at the
buried
same
under
time.
the ground. Of course, we're gonna eat the candy we found. But I'm gonna eat the orange one.
No, I wanted the orange one.
All right. Then I'll take the black one.
Really? Black licorice?
I love black licorice. You don't like it?
No, it tastes like ass.
Well,
I guess
How would you know what ass tastes like, Coyote?
Because I am an adventurous lover, and I prefer you not to judge me.
No judgment, I'm just genuinely
God
curious.
bless you.
I applaud your sense of adventure.
is
well,
Von Beck
maybe on second thought, I won't eat.
is
All right, so who's eating which one? I love you guys so much. I love your adventurous spirit.
I will eat the yellow one.
I'm going for the creamsicle.
Okay. We'll start with the
Yes.
yellow one.
Von Beck's gonna grab a blue one and just hold it in his hand.
Okay.
Helbus is gonna come over because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to heal some or cure some disease.
Okay. All
All
right.
right,
So,
one.
so
No.
starting with the yellow candy, as you pop it in your mouth, it tastes of lemon and sugar, and you have advantage on charisma checks for the next hour.
Woo!
As it acts as eagle splendor. So the black candy, that was Rainer, right? It tastes of anise. It's definitely an anise sort of candy.
Of anus? Oh.
Yes.
See? I told you. It tastes like ass.
It tastes like balloon knot. And you get...
The old leather Cheerio.
17 temporary hit points for the next hour.
Oh.
As it
All
is
right.
Axe's Bear's Endurance. Who ate the creamsicle?
Me, I did.
All right. So it does definitely taste as orange cream. Nicely done. And you will get advantage on all intelligence checks for the next hour.
Wow. The smartest I've ever been.
All right, so since no one's
everything
keeled
was like an
over,
Coyote. It's like, oh shit.
Conbeck swallows the blue one.
All right. One moment. All right.
This candy mix is really good with tobacco.
is that what was in that pipe? I wasn't sure.
So you heal 28 hit points.
Oh, nice.
Is there a candy left?
There is. There are
Since
2
Helbus,
blue candies left.
2 blue candies.
Oh, are you
left.
jealous now, Helbus? Now
And
that you
no
saw the
one's-
rest of us enjoy a nice treat.
Since no one's keeled over
Yeah.
and died, I will take a blue candy.
All right.
How brave of you.
They taste of winter mint, and as you eat it, your breath becomes wintry fresh. And you heal. 23 points of damage.
Wonderful.
How many are there any left?
There's one.
I cast Mage Hand. And sneak away the last one.
Man, I'll try to snatch it out of the air.
Let's do a contested dexterity check.
Yes.
Oh no.
Not
Brock,
a save, a check. Go ahead.
What were those 3 scrolls again?
So there was a scroll of. Yeah, Rainer just goes, no.
Which one? Which kind was it?
It's essentially a potion of superior healing.
All
So
right.
it's
I think
8d4
Rainer
plus
will
8.
will snatch it and be like, all right. He'll try to eat half of it.
You'll still get the full effect. It will consume the magic in doing so.
All right.
Because I don't think you can
tried.
drink half a potion.
You can.
Can you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All right,
you can
well-
drink a half.
Take 13 hit points now, and then you have 13 hit points for later.
Oh, I'd give the other half to Grix.
All right, Grix, take 13 hit points.
Thank you.
I had no idea you could drink half a potion. I like it. I'll allow it. That's a great idea.
Well, I said that with confidence because I think you can. But it might be in the potion crafting rules where you can use half a potion.
That's
but I'm
fine.
pretty
Don't
sure
worry about
there's
it. Yeah,
something
yeah,
about
yeah.
half a
I like
potion.
it. I like it narratively, where you can share these things.
Right. Also, no wild magic from
No wild magic.
casting Mage Hand.
Thank you for checking. But yeah, so the book lays on the table. The 3 scrolls were a scroll of Doppelganger, which is not a scroll you've ever heard of before, and then a scroll of Programmed Illusion and a scroll of Force Cage.
Anyone mind if I snag those?
Well, shouldn't we give the doppelganger one to Creepo upstairs?
He was perfectly nice to you people.
I'm sorry, I just don't trust nobody who's that quirky.
No, that's not the one he wants yet. This is a scroll. He wants the spell.
Are these are scrolls, like one-time use scrolls, right?
Yeah, but a wizard can buy that scroll and put it in his wizard spellbook and have it forever. That is very likely what he's looking for.
Oh, okay.
So I'll hand Grix the. Which one did you want?
What was it? It was a simulated or
The Doppelganger, Program Illusion, and Horse Cage.
The force cage.
So I hand him the scroll of the Force Cage. Because I had it in the bag of holding. Anybody want the scroll of Program Illusion?
I can't use any of them, I'm afraid.
I'll hang on to that one if no one wants it.
I hand it to Grix as well, and there seems to be 4 potions of greater healing as well. Here, I put them in the bag of holding for, I guess, for later when we need to ease our wounds after a fight. If that's agreeable with everyone.
Sounds smart.
Sure.
Greater healing, by the way, is 44 plus 4, just so you know. All right, and then there was also a potion of greater invisibility and a potion of fly on that table.
Alright, so
I don't need the invisibility one. I've got that covered.
Well, I wouldn't mind the fly. I could be like one of them cherub flying around and shooting arrows at people.
You would be so cute.
I tossed Rainer the potion of flying. So,
All right, keep this close. Like to keep this handy for close encounters.
good one. Good one. No, nobody? No aliens?
No, I got it. I was there. I got it. I got the sigh. You're good. All right. So we've got the potion of greater invisibility and the book still sitting on the table untouched.
Who wants
All
to
right,
have the
before
book?
anyone touches the book, let me just take a bit of a look at it. He'll pull out a dagger and kind of poke around it, looking to see if it's trapped.
Make an investigation check.
$16.
Underneath it, as you lift it just a little bit, you see a glint of silver inscription.
Is it in common?
No.
On the
Elvish?
book or on the desk?
You don't speak Elvish. I mean, it does kind of look like some of the other very flowy script you've seen with the like umlauts and stuff. Yeah. It's on the desk.
That's a trap. Ooh.
Somebody mage hand the book up.
No,
Lift
no,
the
no,
book
no,
up.
no, no, no.
And I like grab another book and hand it to Rainier.
Switch him.
All right.
Gently.
He'll do the old grab a book and put another book in.
You were an experienced. Wait a minute. You're an experienced roguey type.
Treasure hunter.
Sure, treasure hunter. There's no pressure plate.
But
Not-
the script concerns me as far as like magic.
The conclusion, you think after making a 16 investigation and having a good deal of experience with traps, so this is an arcane trap. This is not a mechanical trap.
No.
Oh. So it's probably bound to the book.
That it probably is. And I'm afraid this is a bit out of my league. So, Grix, I'll leave you to it. And Rainer's just gonna like walk across the room. Get pretty far away from it.
So you guys are experienced dungeoneers, so you would know that you could either try to cast a spell magic and beat its DC to permanently remove whatever it is, or attempt an arcana check to tamp down the magic for it'll like deactivate it for a little while.
Can I attempt to try to check basically my knowledge of hunting the undead and all the different evil creatures of this world? Can I attempt to see if I know this magic?
Yeah, you can make a history check.
And on that arcana, I'm going to use my inspiration.
Yes, please do. It's a D8. Okay, with the inspiration, you just make it. You feel the weave of magic around you, and it definitely is coalescing in these runes underneath the book. And you, with just using your sheer willpower, you're able to kind of like tell the spell that everything's going to be all right for about 5 minutes. You think that's about how long it's going to last?
Okay. Anything else anyone want out of here? Because I'm leaving.
All
Nope,
right,
I'm out.
let's get moving.
Yeah, so I run away with the book.
Okay. As you as
Out of here.
and everybody's leaving.
Yeah.
I'm
got it
booking
ready.
it.
Okay.
But tis.
I love you guys so. I really do. All right. So, as you guys book your way, you make your way back up. The gentleman is still standing there and goes, "Huh, that was fast. Thanks." And that's where we're gonna end the episode for tonight.
Aww.
Because it is 11:33.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh man, the Hound Burglars. We
Hound.
Are we 100% on that name though?
Absolutely. I'm 110%.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't
I'm all-
vote, so.
I'm good
Shirts
with
made.
it. I'm good with it.
Alright.
All right.
I
Guys.
vote that we should use it, and that it is also the worst possible name we could use.
I like it because it's terrible.
Perfect
Okay,
reason.
so real quick shout outs around the room because it's getting late. So hi, I'm Throck. You can find me on Twitter at ThrockPlays. I love these people and had a great fun tonight DMing for them. This is an incredibly charismatic group of people, and I am very sad that we're not in a campaign together because they're all amazing, and I want to keep this group together.
We should
What am
fix
I? Chop liver?
No, I meant as a unit. Of
Just
course.
kidding.
I think
Mom
she
and
just
Dad,
likes
stop
to.
fighting.
I think she just likes to fluster me at this point.
Yeah, sometimes I do.
Okay, no, I respect that. All right, cool. But that's me at Throck Plays. I am one half of the team that helps run Welcome to the Party. Below me is Mr. Stevo.
Yep, Castle Mac D&D on Twitter. You can find us on Twitch at Castle Mac. We stream Sundays and Tuesdays. We are a snack-driven actual play D&D crew. Yeah, lots of snacks. In fact, there's lots of snacks on my floor because half the people can't find their mouths with popcorn. So, it's fun. It's a fun group. Please check it out sometime. I think we've all been friends for many years, and I think that shows in our games. But that's me.
Awesome. And then next over, I think, is still Images, right? Yeah, okay, so the cameras got screwed up. So it is the amazing, incredibly talented other half of Welcome to the Party who gave me crap earlier today for not properly introducing her because now she expects it. It is Miss Images, my favorite streamer on the internet.
Oh, whatever. I also had a great fun tonight. And I stream at twitch.tv/Kimages, and my Twitter is @KimagesB, and I post a lot of random shit. It's just a whole bunch of nonsense. You don't want to go there.
On second thought, it's a silly place.
It's only a model. And then below that is Mr. Shogun, who is our Tuesday night DM for Dark Heresy.
Yeah, I run Dark Heresy here and we will be for about a month more, and then I'm gonna get to do more stuff because I have an extremely short attention span. And check out. I'm gonna drop the link, my wife's webcomic on there because I promised to promote her. And my Twitter is Shogun117, but all I do is just repost stuff that Kimages and Throck put out. So you could just follow them instead. It would be the same thing.
And then next over now is Mash Guy, Nordic Nerd Viking.
You can find me on Twitter at nerdy_Viking. I post a lot of nerdy stuff, D&D talks and whatnot, and my slowly progressing painting progress of different models that currently inhabit my desk. So you'll see, always open for talking nerdy and D&D stuff. So
Awesome. And then last but very not least, we have Shan.
I'm Shanalogic on Twitch and Twitter. Please come talk to me. I'm very, very lonely all the time. And I post giveaways and fun dice stuff, so yay.
Yay! All right, guys, I loved you very much. We are going to, so tomorrow we have at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Dark Heresy. sacrifices with the amazing Mr. Shogun as our DM. And I'm going to throw it over to a channel I've never been to before called Anti-Heroes Anonymous, who are doing some D&D right now. So let's go say hi to them, and I'm going to leave parting shots for tonight to Kimages. Take us out, Miss Kim.
Did you say parting shots? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
you know, just whatever.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Tonight was super fun. I love playing with you guys. It was the most wacky and also like oddly really independent campaign I've been in. So you guys are awesome to play with, and
Aw, shucks.
Thank
will
you,
be in
thank
more
you.
games.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.